Evening, everyone. It's Middle-Aged Gamer Guy here. How are you? It's another Tuesday night, which means it's another TNGC, Tuesday Night Gaming Chat. Hello to a few people. Tony, first in. Hello. Good evening. She says, how are you, beautiful people? I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Berrams, how you doing? Woody. He says, hey, Woody. Hey, Prince. There you go. Hello, Gray. Hello, Mia. All popping in now. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. We have another bumper pack show for you tonight. 11 new games. Some of them are quite weird, not going to lie. Hello, Discord, you motherfucker. Hope you're well. Yeah, crazy stuff going on. A couple of games. All the latest news. And we are talking about last Wednesday's PlayStation State of Play event, which was a 20-minute event talking about a load of third-party games. We'll cast our eye over that. With me, as always, is the co-host who knows the most. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Dave Jones.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Now, Mia, bless her, who was our guest on the show last week, says, I swear, if there's no Cyberpunk stuff tonight, I'm going to scream. You better start screaming then, Mia, because there is no Cyberpunk news whatsoever.
I'll have to see if we can slip it in somewhere. If we've got a game that's really bad, it might fit in with that.
Let's just say it's bad as Cyberpunk, but there you go. There you go. Prince, I don't even know why I did that. I know you said your own name. I thought that was hilarious on phone, and you said, hello, Becca. How you doing? She says, hi, Mag and Dave. How you doing, Becca? Good to see you. Yeah, I hope everyone's Tuesday evening is good. I hope you had a good Halloween weekend. Dave, what did you get up to?
Oh, nothing Halloween, to be quite honest, mate. Just brought a few games in the in Steam's Halloween sale, although they weren't really Halloween themed. They were just cheap in the sale, so I thought I'd get them.
Fair enough.
No, I just got myself Far Lone Sails, which is quite a cool little side scroller, atmospheric side scroller. Yeah. We watched the trailer about a month or two ago for the sequel that's coming up next year, which is Far Lone Shores or something like that. But
yes,
this game was only like £2.50 in the sale on the weekend, so I thought, I'll get that. And it was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Only took me about 3 hours to finish. So
okay,
brought it, played it, finished it in a couple of days. But it was a good little game. I'd recommend it if you like your little side-scrolling games, like sort of light puzzling.
Right,
I sort of compare it to stuff like, say, Limbo and Inside, where it sort of puts you into a situation where it doesn't really explain anything about why you're there or what's going on, just lets you sort of go through it and experience it. It was really quite cool.
Nice.
Nice. And then as well as that, I finally decided to get the Moon Crash DLC for Prey. So I've been over and about that for ages. It's just not been quite sure whether I'd like it or not. But so far, loving it. Really, really enjoying it. It's different than the main game because it's set up more like a roguelike. So you sort of play through it and you can unlock 5 characters that you take through in runs through the level. And each time you sort of restart the whole thing, it uses a lot of variables to change the world. The main sort of level design stays the same, but it can be completely different enemies in certain locations.
Okay.
Items are scattered about all over the place, different places. Characters that you're looking for can be in different places. It takes out the power, like one of the sections as you get further into the game. You start off and all the places have got power. Get further in it, one of the places won't have power. So you've got to go and sort that out. So you actually go into the place and say find someone who's behind a locked door. It's just quite good the way it does it, the way it mixes it up. It just feels fresh kind of each time you go into it.
I do want to get it because I said to you I was quite disappointed with the main game, but everyone sounded good. But it's just one of those things I keep wanting to do it and I just not get around to it. I don't know whether I ever will. It might be just one of those things that just doesn't happen. But I know lots of people who said good things.
Yeah, it's one of those things. There's so much to play. Will you fit it in with all the other stuff that's out and about? It's hard to. I just saw it on the sale. I thought I'll give it a go. And I've dropped about 7 hours into it so far. It's really good. I'd recommend it.
I saw it in a sale a couple of years ago, and it was £3, and I don't know why I didn't buy it. But I don't know. It could be one of those games I would have bought, and it would have just sat there. I don't know, but there you go. A couple of other people I want to say hello to. Beth, hello. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for your first time joining the channel. Diva, hello. Good evening. How are you? Hope you're well. Okay, I'm going to fill because Panda's having internet trouble. So, what was I going to say? I was going to say about something else. Couple of things I want to talk about. Fuck it, while I'm extending. Gray, thank you for extending your sub through December. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Gray, for the tier 1 sub. And also, just to let you know what we've got going on over the next couple of days, I'm streaming Halo Wars tomorrow afternoon. Back with Sea of Thieves for some Halloween-related missions, even though Halloween was a couple of days ago. Tomorrow night. Friday, playing some more No Man's Sky with Mia, which would be interesting because that game kept crashing on me last time we tried to do that. And then I think we've already got a crew full Discord for that. We've already sorted it. Sorry, so I've got no spaces left for the Wednesday crew, unfortunately. What else we got? Friday night, Back for Blood, which Discord will be in. We'll be going back to that, starting on Act 2 of that. And then Sunday afternoon, we will have more Payday 2, which I've streamed before. And then back with Dead Space, because we haven't streamed that for a while. Because obviously last Sunday, we did the most terrifying game ever, which was Lawn Mowing Simulator, which ironically has been one of my most successful streams in 2 weeks. In the last 2 weeks, it was the most thing. So there you go. Now I've finished filling because it's all sorted out. Let's welcome our guest. Some might call him Panda, some might call him Little, but we know him as Little Panda. Please welcome. Well, it's quite obvious, isn't it? It's Little Panda. Here we go. Evening.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing?
How you doing?
How's it going?
Mate, I've just been having a little bit of tech issues with my 4G and my Wi-Fi, but I'm back. I'm good.
It's cool. Your camera actually looks way better than it did earlier now as well. I can actually see you because it was just so pixelated earlier. So whatever you've done, you've sorted it.
There you go. It's probably the Wi-Fi. How are you guys? You good?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Nice.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I've just been traveling a lot, playing a lot of Apex, working a lot, so it's been a bit hit or miss with the old gaming side, but I'm here.
There you go. Show has now gotten much better since Panda's turned up.
You sure? Thank you.
Barams is saying, loving the shirt,
Yeah.
rep the merch. Cheers. I'm not even paying him for that. That's the best bit. Not even paying him for that.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Do it all free of charge.
Yeah, awesome.
Free
Thank
of
you,
charge.
sir. But there you go. What have you been playing recently, Panda? What have you been up to?
I've just been sweating Apex. It's been nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Apex, nothing but. To be fair, I've actually been waiting for the new update that comes out today because the season ends. I think it ended or something. So they brought out a new character, and the new character looks amazing with her abilities and things like that. So I'm excited to get back on my account and get back playing again, get back gaming. So yeah.
Did you see the funny thing is? I'm going to have to go very quickly here because something's just happened. Did you see that Knockout City got added for PlayStation Plus free of charge as of today?
Yes, I heard.
And they've added another new level, which is awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll be streaming that again, but I'll be doing it on the PlayStation this time rather than the Xbox, so I'll give that a whirl.
You're on the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Is out and Ash is terrible.
Ash is terrible. Oh, yeah. It's so boring, says Barams. So boring. Gray, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. They've gone to Yerd Gaming, Shani, Clout, Zombie Queen, who I was streaming with last night on Predator, and Gay Lou. Thank you so much. Can I get a shout out for Gray? There it goes. Thank you, Prince, for doing that. Mag, the Xbox traitor. I still do stream stuff on Xbox. I literally only doing 1 game a week on PlayStation, and now apparently I'm a traitor. I'm like, come on.
Come over to the better side. It's the better side PlayStation.
I'll see. I will weigh it up because at the moment it's still early days for PlayStation, so I'll actually see how we go. But I know we played a game last night, which was actually no one really likes because it got absolutely slated when it came out last year. But we had really good fun on Predator last night. I'm not going to lie. Me and Jay had an absolute scream. And it was good fun. It's lacking a lot of game modes. There's only 2 game modes. But for what it is, and we played it for 3 hours, we weren't bored. It was funny. Yeah. So, but there you go. Any top tips that you're playing before we start the show? Panda, anything that you really like?
Really like what in terms of the games we're covering, or
well, in terms of something you've been playing apart from sweating it on Apex, is there anything that you're like, right, really enjoyed that?
Not really. No, it's just been Apex.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's just been constant Apex. But like I say, I'm excited for this new character. You bloody wish banner.
Yeah. Don't worry, Panda. He will change the more he plays on the PS.
Yes.
Possibly. Possibly.
Side, man. It's a
good side. It's funny that because everyone on the Xbox are going on the other side, and then you just get the odd person who just comes in with PC and goes Master Race. And that's it. It just destroys everyone. It's like a nuclear bomb going off. Just destroys the whole thing.
Into a meme. You could literally turn it into a meme.
Yeah. Mia says, I think he likes Apex. I don't know. Do you think he's mentioned it enough? I don't think he has.
I mean, let me just say it one more time. So I've actually been sweating out in Apex a lot.
Have you now? You've not mentioned that.
Yeah.
It's been subtle about it, hasn't it?
You've been very subtle.
Yeah, man, there you go. Subtle is the key, you know.
I also have to ask Dave after the poster last week. How's your newfound fame now you do Hitman cosplay?
Oh, that's great, mate. Getting recognised out in the streets and all that.
With the kitty ears on and everything.
That's it. If I didn't wear those, now how clear I was. Put them on there. You'll come flocking.
God help us when we get Brad Burton on the show and there's the two of you. I think it's just going to go fucking nuts. Fucking Hitman! Hitman! I don't want a fucking Hitman! It'll be like, that's what I can see what's going to happen. But there you go. There you go. Beth saying he's the biggest sweat ever. There you go.
Do you know what? I take that with pride. I'll wear a shirt. I'm the biggest sweat ever. I'll take that.
Becca wants to know, where is your kitty headset, Dave?
Oh, daughter's nicked it.
Notice how all the masters all have the P in the name. PlayStation, PC, Nintendo. Nintendo. Dave says, Panda, we need to play Apex. I don't think he plays it, to be honest, Steve. I've not heard him mention it.
I've retired. Retired. I'm my controller up on the wall.
Yeah, just like, that'll do.
That's it.
That'll do. Right, let's get on with this show. So, this is what's hilarious. Right. They say November is the biggest month for games. Well, we're shit out of luck this week, I can tell you that, because we've got really slim pickings. And probably there's only two really big name games this week. The first is this one. This is Riders Republic, another Ubisoft game, which, surprise, surprise, Dave will love to know, has got a big open world map.
Ooh.
This came out last Thursday. It's out on all the Xboxes, on all the PlayStations, PC, and Stadia. Because let's face it, something has to be out on that platform. Now I can't slag off PlayStation anymore. We're going to play you a trailer. I'm telling you now, this is the official launch trailer. It's shit. It shows you no gameplay. So let's just play this and then discuss the game anyway. Here we go, folks, with Riders Republic. There you go, short and sweet and absolute fuck all content. That is Riders Republic.
Tells you all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. It's a game. There you go. Buy it. There you go. End of review. Next game. So moving on. Riders Republic. So Ubisoft having a crack at the old extreme sports thing again. This time a little bit different with mountain biking. Obviously snowboarding, there's the old wingsuits and jet wingsuits, plus a few other things chucked in, based around Ubisoft's cut and paste method of an open map where you can select your missions, just like every other fucking Ubisoft game for the last 5 or 6 more years. But does that actually work in a sporting environment? Let's find out. Dave, let's start with you. Your thoughts on this one?
I should say it's another big open world, but it sounds a little bit better than Ubisoft's usual standard stuff, getting like your Far Cries and your Ghost Recons, because I don't think it's like a map full of like question marks from the off. You've actually got to go and explore the world on like the bikes, the skis, the snowboard, the rocket suit, the wingsuit, to go and find stuff, open new events like stunts and things like that that's scattered across the world. So at least I've actually got some exploration there, not just a question mark that's already on the map you've got to go to. And when I was watching some reviews of it earlier, it actually made me think of the Forza games in a way, just the way it's sort of structured. You know, you've got instead of it being fully populated with your friends all the time, it's just like ghosts of their characters that you're seeing all over the place. Like say if I play the Forzas and I see you're in there, but of course you're not actually playing, it's just a ghost of your character. They've got that stuff in there. They've got similar like custom race created in there that Forza's got. So the structure of it kind of reminds me of that in a way. But it actually looks quite fun, which I don't think many of the Ubisoft games have been recently. They all look very samey, very boring. This one looks a bit more interesting. Yeah. So I'd probably have a look at this one. It's not one I'd rush out and drop 60 quid on. If it like came out in a sale for like 20, 30, or popped up on Game Pass, that'd be probably like the perfect time to jump into it and have a look, see if it wasn't any good.
There has been a distinct lack of Ubisoft games on Game Pass, though. Have you noticed that over the last year? Ever since the Bethesda deal got signed, they don't seem to put many on there. But there's always been that rumours, hasn't there?
Yeah, someone's just got to throw enough money their way.
Yeah,
you never know. We might see the stuff on there at some point.
So we'll see. We'll see. Panda, your thoughts on this one?
I mean, the game looks entirely crap. I just don't like it. I just don't like the whole concept of going up and down a mountain, a snow mountain, things like that. It to be fair, like with the whole question mark thing that obviously Dave commented on, it reminds me a lot like Need for Speed Payback. How there was a lot of like destinations and question marks and quests and things like that you just travel to, and then you just do the mission, you do the race. It's like there's no open world sort of free roam to it in a way.
Right.
But no, I think that looks crap, and I wouldn't even bat an eyelid if it went to PlayStation Store for free. I wouldn't even. To be fair with you, it's just that's it.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Me personally, I think it's something if I could get for free, I'd pick it up. I'd probably play it for 2 hours, and then just never fucking play it again. Yeah. I can see that being a big thing. But you know. We'll see. We'll see. It's not sold well yet, but saying that, it's only been out since Thursday, so we'll have to see. Now, for those that don't know, and yes, Steve, I can do that. No worries. We scoured it. Well, I scoured the internet for as many reviews as I can get. Take all the scores out of 10 and basically get an average score. Don't take these with a pinch of salt. It's not our reviews. It's what the reviewers say. So you know they're either right or they're wrong. Mostly wrong. But there you go. So what I want the people in the chat to do is basically start telling me what they think Riders Republic scored out of 10. Prince is coming in with a 7 straight away. I mean, Prince says it's on Stadia. What do you expect? So there you go. Dave, what
I'm going to go for 7.5.
7.5. He's going with that. Becca's going for a 6. Prince is actually trying to edge his bets because he says, I'll have a 7 and then a 4. And a 6. You'll be pissed if it's none of them, won't you? Can you imagine? You get all those and then it sounds like it's never done. Gray's going for a 7 as well. Panda, what you reckon? What are you going for?
Yeah,
what say you?
I'd probably sit comfortable at 7 with that.
Okay. I'm going for a 7. Okay. At the moment, I can tell you the only person that got this right is Dave because it did get a 7.5.
7.5, wow.
There you go. Nothing. Well, 7.5 is quite decent. He says, I'm ordering a Chinese mag. Oh, fair enough. Sorry, I thought you were actually scoring the game. You're ordering a Chinese, in which case that's fine.
Does it mean a Chinese version of you?
Yeah. It'll be, if he's disappointed with the English version.
The English version, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be even more disappointed with the Chinese version. And also, it'll probably take about 20 weeks to turn up on his doorstep. So, there you go. That's Riders Republic. It gets a 7.5 out of 10. Out on all the Xboxes, all the PlayStations, PC, and if you got it, sucks to be you. Stadia. Right, our next game, going from one sport to another, but this sport's a bit more realistic. This is the latest addition to the Nascar racing series. This is NASCAR 21 Ignition. This also came out on the same day, last Thursday. This is only out on old gen, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Let's check out the trailer for this and see what we think. Here goes, folks.
Gonna give it all we got, yeah. Never gonna stop yet. Make it to the top yet. Claiming that #1 spot yet. Our house, our way. Clean slate, new page. Taking names, taking over. Glory's getting closer. Rising like legends over rivals. Champions destined for the title. Last one standing, we're gonna prove it's not where we come from. It's what we came to do. 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 It's what we came to. It's what we came to do. It's what we came to. It's what we came to do. Rising like legends over rivals. Champions destined for the title. Last one standing, we're gonna prove it's not where we come from. It's what we came to do. 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 It's what we came to do.
There you go. That's NASCAR 21 Ignition. I mean, Grace just said, don't you just drive around in a circle? NASCAR, I think pretty much. Karaoke's and cars, is this SingCar 2021? Possibly. It could be the next competitor up against that fucking game that you dance. I don't know, what is it? Not SingStar. What's that? Just Dance. That was the one I was trying to think of. Yeah. I couldn't remember what it is. Becca's off to bed now. Good night.
Good night.
Take care, Becca. Thanks for popping in. Laugh out loud. It's a music video. Says, great. It was almost like, let's plug this music video for this song that's very average about this game. So yeah, NASCAR games. Never played them. I have to say, even though it's supposed to be on old gen, some of the graphics in that didn't look great. Looked a bit dodgy. Thank you, Becca. Appreciate your hosting. Thank you for that. I like this. Princess said, I could tell the whole song, more budget just getting the license of that song rather than actually thing. I've never played a NASCAR game. I've not had any experience with it. But something tells me that's not looking too clever. I don't know why. Something from the trailer, I don't know. Compared to your other games, like you say, your Forza and your Need for Speeds and that, it don't look too great.
No, it looks a little bit sort of basic, really, doesn't it, that one? You're kind of expecting it perhaps to go more down the sim route, but from what I was reading earlier, I get the impression it's a bit bare bones in what they give you. Not much in the way of customization you can do.
Well, yeah,
not much in the way of modes to play.
This was it. The fact that like they were focusing on you racing, and then, oh yeah, you can change the colour of your car. I was like, you had a 2-minute trailer here. Yeah. Surely, if there's a lot of stuff going on, you'd be like, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. Bang, 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 bang. None of that shit. That's a bit worrying.
Because in my opinion, the car customization, you can do that in any racing game. That's nothing to sort of like push forward and promote. Do you know what I mean? But the graphics just look the exact same from like 2 years back or 2 series back in NASCAR racing. The graphics just look the exact same. It doesn't look like that they've enhanced anything at all. And like you said, Max, it does look a little bit sketchy in places, like with driving and things like that. Yeah, but on the opposite hand, I can see it to be like a good streaming platform because obviously you could manage races on certain streams and certain days and things like that. So you could do it as like a series game. But anything other than that, I wouldn't even look at it. To be fair, it's not an interesting game.
Dave, any other thoughts on this?
Or nothing really. As you say, it doesn't look particularly interesting. I mean, NASCAR itself, it is basically just driving around an oval, isn't it? That's the main thing about it, which is a bit dull. I was watching some gameplay of it earlier, and it just looked dull. It sounded dull. Just go at the same speed around an oval, the engine droning away. I mean, if I was going to play a game even remotely like that, I'd go back to Wreckfest, which is just way more fun.
Yeah.
That's a great game if you want a bit of like fun arcadey sort of knockabout racing. Brilliant. I wouldn't go for that game at all. I'd say if anything, it probably needs to go to like a company like EA with the license. Who've got the money to actually put more into it.
They probably
the people who do it probably haven't got much left after buying the license to
But then
do much with it.
Would EA actually do a better job? Because if you look at their FIFA,
Well, they put more modes in and they'd monetize it to buggery.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it might look better, and they might do something. But again, there was this whole conversation. I was watching another streamer this afternoon. Funny enough, he lives down the road from me. It's so funny. I've never watched him before. Watched him. It turns out he's 10 minutes away from me. This is what's hilarious. But he was playing FIFA, and he was streaming it, and he was just saying he's playing it on PC, and he says he's actually at a disadvantage playing FIFA on PC because they've done something better with the PlayStation 5 and Series X version, yet the PC's behind, and they've just reskinned stuff which we talked about when we reviewed it anyway.
Oh yeah, the PC is the old gen version. They haven't given the new gen version for some bizarre reason, considering the PC is already ahead of the Series X.
Which is
spec-wise now.
Mad, and so many PC players are fuming about it.
Oh no, they should just give them the option. Just release both, buy both in the package and play whichever your hardware can cope with. It just seems stupid.
I mean, scores are coming in already. Prince says, being a sport game, it's probably going to get about a 7. Gray says, I reckon this is going to get a 4. Panda, what do you reckon this is going to get?
Being an American sport, I would probably say it's a 7. Comfortable 7.
Captain Chris, good evening. Good to see you, my friend. There you go. Dave, what do you reckon?
It looked pretty average. I'm going to try for a 6.5.
6.5. Okay. Any other scores for NASCAR 21 Ignition? Get your scores in now, folks. Hope you're well, Captain Chris. I did message you earlier. I saw your message. He's been here, there, and everywhere. And bless him, his family's not been very well. So hope your family will get better soon. You say, mate, appreciate it. Hope you're well. I can tell you that this got scores as low as a 5 and got scores even lower as a 3. Ooh. So this got a 4 out of 10 on average.
Oh, definitely an avoid then.
This got a 4 out of 10. It's clunky. The reviews are reading. It's not great. There's hardly any content. It looked, as Panda rightly said, and I put it did not do well. It did not do well at all. Evening, Jesse. How you doing? Got my wife here watching on the TV in the living room. Hello to all Jesse's family and Jesse's wife. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in and watching us instead of EastEnders or some shit like that. Hope you've got no kids there because I just swore. But this is over 18 rated stream.
It's
so
past the watershed anyway.
Past the watershed, so I don't fucking care. So there you go.
They should be in bed anyway.
Yeah, kids should be in bed. If they're not, why not? 4, there's more fucking gears in the car. There you go. Yeah, that's true. There is. There's more gears in the car than the actual store. There you go. So yeah.
It doesn't sound like that.
I know.
Yeah, down to the car. It doesn't sound like that.
There you go. So that, folks, that's NASCAR 21 Ignition. Came out last Thursday on Xbox One, PC and PlayStation 4 only, and it gets a measly 4 out of 10. There you go. Bit of gaming news. So me and Dave talked about this. We had a discussion. I can't remember who was on the show when we discussed this. I'm going to have a quick look, actually. I've got a funny feeling it was a couple of weeks back. It was Wardy, when we had Wardy on the show. And we talked about the fact that Nintendo revealed their big plans because Nintendo did their Nintendo Direct event. And they stated all about the fact, right, the online service things are going up. We're putting the prices up. There's this price for this. Or for $50 a month, you can get all this library of N64 games and Sega Saturn games. And you get the brand new Animal Crossing DLC, which is worth 25 quid for the first month free. Well, that already went down like a lead balloon. But for those people that did spend the $50 a month are really not happy because all the N64 games are absolutely screwed. There have been multiple complaints with issues online, everything from frame rate drops, input lag, bad controls. The way the controllers have been remapped makes absolutely no sense, and even terrible sound issues. So in certain games like Zelda, when you get the little it goes. There's things on Twitter of really bad clips of how bad, and even with the input lag, where someone's actually got their N64 out and that game, and they press the button at the same time, and there's a couple of seconds difference in when the character actually jumps. That's how bad it is. Big Jesse says, having got here half an hour late, was going to make an introducing the guest comment, but Panda needs none. There you go. Still though, Jesse, it's rude he hasn't introduced Panda. Well, if you got here on fucking time, you would know who he is, because I ain't introducing shit now. Turn up on time, then you get an introduction. Hello, Bob. Hey, Hitman. Oh, hi, new handsome guy.
Hello, you all right?
There you go. How does it go again, Mag? There you go, just for you. If you want to watch the embarrassing clips of how bad the N64, and the thing is, people are paying $50 a month for this, and it's gone down like a sack of potatoes. Dave, have you seen anything about this and how bad it is?
Oh, I just read a few things earlier. Just to correct that, it's not $50 a month. It'd be like $50 a year. It's a yearly subscription, so it's not ridiculous the amount they're expecting to pay for a year. But with the content they're kind of adding into it and the way it's working, it's not a good reflection on them really. These games have already been emulated decently on the PC, so it's sort of beggars belief in a way that they can't emulate them well on the Switch, which is loads more powerful than the N64 was back in the day. It should be running those things no problem at all. But apart from the stuff you already mentioned about like FPS issues, lag issues, you've got a couple of games where it's prompted you to put in one of the old sort of game cartridges, like I think memory cartridges, to like save progress, save like the ghost data from Mario Kart. That shouldn't even be an issue. It should just be making up like a little virtual memory card on the the Switch's hard drive just to handle that. Other emulators do that already, stuff like that already. It's a bit embarrassing. They release it in this state, but this is the problem with so many companies these days. They release things in a bad state, and they just end up getting a bad reputation for it, don't they? It's just farcical. They keep doing it.
I've got to drop this in. Jesse says, Jen said, no good saying hi to your family. Most of them are dead. Fucking brutal. Don't marry someone who don't do the service. I know how you feel, mate, because most of my family were bungee jumpers. There you go. Panda, what do you think about this? Nintendo fucking up.
This is all news to me. This is all completely news to me. So, like, I'm just listening to you two have a chat about it and just nodding my head and saying, yes, okay, yeah, and agreeing, to be fair.
It is quite bad. I mean, I'm guessing Nintendo will hop on this. And I mean, Nintendo are not known that much for having issues, are they? It doesn't get widely reported. You always hear about stuff about Xbox or PlayStation or whoever. Oh, just for Mia. Is Mia still here? Is Mia still here? Yeah. Like CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk. Thought I'd drop that in just for you so you don't feel bad. There you go.
Yeah. Usually Nintendo doing the extra mile, don't they, with quality control from actually there's no like, absolute clangers in the game. So they did a pretty good job on Metroid Dread that came out recently. They did have like one issue that did need to get patched. I think it was a fairly rare one. If you did a certain thing at a certain point towards the end of the game, it could, drop you out to the main screen. So it wasn't they wouldn't usually leave him, but it got missed. But it's like one issue in an otherwise very well done game.
Yeah. Princess Panda has just realised he has to comment. He looked shocked when you asked him. Yeah. There you go. Well, there you go. See, I would say give it a couple of weeks. So if you have got a Switch and you have paid for this service, I'd say give it a couple of weeks. But then you might want to say to them, I want a refund for a couple of months. I don't think they're even doing anything like that. I don't know. But, if you can't use the service, why are you paying for it? It's a bit of a double-edged sword, though, really, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, as soon as they fix it, we'll let you know. If anyone actually bothers to want to play N64, because you just could get it on a PC, like Dave says, and play it on an emulator. It'd probably far cheaper and far easier. So there you go.
That'd be better. Better resolutions, better graphics.
Yeah, it'd be far better
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're not paying $50 for the privilege. There you go. Our third game tonight. This is a game that came out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Switch. This was also out last Thursday. Quite a few games have come out last Thursday. This is the game Roki. Let's have a look at this. you go. That's Roki, or Roki, as they call it. So, I mean, Prince just said about the fact that he says this simplistic art style is becoming overused and starting to wear out. I don't mind games like this, I'll be honest. And I think the only thing that sets this a little bit different from some of the other ones that I have played and I've seen is it does remind me a little bit of Alone in the Dark, because you've got the different camera angles that change. It suddenly goes far away, then it comes in, and that. I used to like those games, and it does nod back to that kind of era of storytelling. But I think this looks interesting. I'm not going to lie, it's more interesting than some of the other stuff we've talked about so far tonight.
Well, better than NASCAR by a mile.
Certainly better by NASCAR by a mile. I don't think even NASCAR could travel a mile at this rate. But Dave, what are your thoughts on this one? What's that? Sorry, Panda.
Only if you throw it like a frisbee.
Yeah, that's probably
the best use of the disc.
And especially if you've got iWinds around the UK right now, that's definitely the furthest it'll go. So there you go. Dave, what do you reckon about this one?
Yeah, I quite like the look of this. It's a point-and-click adventure game from what I've read about it. Looks like the story and characters are based on Scandinavian folklore, and it looks quite interesting from what we saw in the trailer. I get the impression it's not like a massively long game, which isn't a bad thing because you get some that just go on for hundreds of hours. I like getting to a nice short one that you can complete in an afternoon. And this was like the sort of game that you could just sort of put on, so like on a Sunday afternoon, just to sort of relax and wind down with, because there's no combat or death in it. It is just, you know, adventure game, solve puzzles, that sort of thing. It looks like it'd be a nice little game to play. Yeah.
Jesse says I got one review of 9.5 out of 10. It was on the screen. This is worth 2 NASCARs, 8 out of 10. There you go. Panda, your thoughts on this one?
I mean, yeah. So going back on for what the comment about the whole colours and the graphics and things like that, it is kind of getting a bit overused, but I feel like this game could actually take off quite well. I don't know. I kind of get the vibe of like Limbo, but a little bit more colourful and a little bit more 3D sort of effect. And Limbo picked up really, really, really well in terms of the adventure game and a lot of people streaming it and a lot of people wanting to play it and pay for it. I could definitely, Panny, you sexy motherfucker. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
Hey, Lulu.
I could definitely see myself looking at getting that game. Whether it would be sort of like a streaming length game, because obviously Dave said it is quite short. Which is an issue with obviously streaming, because you kind of want a game that's a bit more of a series to keep people in. Yeah. But it does look kind of good with all the colours and graphics. So I'm kind of impressed and a little bit excited for it, to say the least.
Lulu's just going for it now. She's going to say hello to everyone.
Motherfucker.
You sexy motherfucker!
Yeah.
There you go.
I love it when she does that. She does it on the stream as well. It's great.
I know, it's funny. I can't do it as high as her, though. There's no way I could get up there. Unless you kick me in the bollocks, maybe. But then, actually, I think my voice would go low. You kick me in the balls and be like that. There you go. So no, this is looking good. You guys seem to be liking this. Lulu says I'm in a good mood. Good.
It's good.
It's good to be in a good mood.
Very cool.
It's better than being in a shit mood, isn't it? So yeah. Don't come sliding back into suck up, Lulu. Save it for DMs. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Jesse said 8 out of 10. Prince is saying 8 out of 10. Panda, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this got? And chat, get your scores in if you haven't already. I'm
going to say an 8.5.
Ooh, 8.5. Captain Chris is saying a 999. This could be interesting. Lulu got some news. Do you want to share that news?
Share it. Why not?
Go on. If it's good news. That's probably why she's in a good mood, because if it was shit news. Hello. Yeah, hello. Which emergency service do you use, Captain Chris? He uses 999. Dear. There we go. Any more scores while we wait for Lulu's good news? Otherwise, I'll just crack on. In 5, 4, 3, 2. It's a 3-parter. Okay, well, we'll have to do it. Do it in between games and news. So do the first part after I give this score, then do the next part after the next game, and do the next bit. Because that's probably the only decent content we're going to have tonight, to be honest. Because looking at the games we've got with you. Mags always puts my fires out. Sorry, dude. Oh God. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, pad the show out a bit. Yeah, we need it. So I could tell you, most people are on track with this. This did get an 8 out of 10 on average.
Cool.
There were scores as high as Jesse pointed out, scores as high as 9.5, but generally gets around about an 8 out of 10. So if you want to check that out, that is out on the new Xboxes, new PlayStation, and Switch only. That was out last Thursday. That is Roki and gets an 8 out of 10. Our next game is a horror game, which was originally on the Nintendo Wii. Again, kind of part of a series mainly sold well in Japan, so you can see where this is going. But it's not necessarily an RPG. Dave can sigh with a bit of relief now. There we go. And Lulu's coming with her first part news. Part 1, my PlayStation is all set up and I can finally play and stream with consistency. You'll be seeing more of me and my Dragon Dildo. I didn't know there was a Dragon Dildo game on the PlayStation. How did you get that? How did you get that signed off? I don't know how you got that. See, I'm trying to get these sponsorship deals and Lulu comes in and goes, oh, I got a deal with Sony and Dragon Dildos. There you go. knocks it out of the park with the dildo. There you go. Prince says, Chris, I'm going to reply to that, just setting me up to be mean to Mag. All right, okay. So this is a game called, and if I can find it on the thing, if it comes up, this is a game called Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater. This is out on all the Xboxes, all the PlayStations, Switch and PC, and also, surprise, surprise, came out last Thursday. Let's check out the trailer. Here we go.
You cannot leave the mountain.ゼロシリーズ20周年。マルチプラットフォームで蘇る和風ホラーの金字塔。人には見えないものが見える小塚有利は、神隠しにあった人たちの影を追って、かつて霊場として崇められた氷上山へ足を踏み入れる。次々に襲い来る霊に対抗できる唯一の手段は、ありえないものを映すカメラ、遮影機。死の山、幽魂、神隠し。3人の主人公は、それぞれの思いを胸に、氷上山に秘められた儀式の謎に迫っていく。美しき恐怖、再び。ゼロ、濡れガラスの巫女。フォトモードやコスチュームを追加して、2021年発売予定。
Got to get a jump scare in there somewhere. There you go. Captain Chris says, isn't this just Pokemon Snap? Weirdly, it is very much like that, but obviously with certain elements of going around and investigating and stuff. This came out quite a while, many moons ago, and then they revamped it for obviously all these new platforms, so it's getting to a wider audience. But as Jesse says, I'm fed up with games with just cameras. 4 out of 10. Berrams was saying, well, if it's Fatal Frame, it's going to be a 6. Gray saying an 8. Prince is saying a 7. Lulu, we're getting our second part. My work has bumped me up to a full-time position and college is letting me work from home. I've now more time on my hands and more money to do things. Seems like my luck with work has finally changed. Plus my old company is getting sued. Hey!
Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome. I like this. It's getting better and better. Well, stay tuned for part 3 of Lulu's Day. Captain Chris is saying a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, again, this didn't grab me. I get the idea of it. You photograph the ghosts and whatever, and that. But again, we've seen it a lot. And Pokemon Snap, or all new Pokemon Snap, came out this year, and it's just going around taking pictures of things that aren't ghosts. This just adds more horror to it, and it's classed as one of the biggest horror games in Japan. Panda, I'll start with you on this. Is this something that you would give a try?
No, not at all. Not at all, to be fair. I'm tired of games constantly being around cameras and having to scan and find ghosts and find spirits and that kind of stuff. Now, watching that trailer, it reminded me a lot. Now, I don't know if you guys have actually played this, but on the Nintendo Wii, when Resident Evil 3 first come out, them graphics looked identical. Right. Identical to that game, but yet that game is meant to be a PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation 4 worthy. It just didn't. I don't know. It didn't just grab me. If that kind of makes sense a little bit. But yeah, it's not a game that I would sort of go and waste like 30, 40, 50 pound on, kind of thing, just to play it. I mean, if it had come out on the PlayStation Store, if it was free for the month or anything, then potentially I'd sort of download it just to see what the whole jump scare horror sort of vibe is about. Yeah. But yeah, it's not. It doesn't attract my attention, to be fair.
Okay, Dave.
It's not the sort of one that appeals to me either. It's survival horror, isn't it? In the same sort of vein as the Resident Evils, the Silent Hills, but that sort of combat system with the camera just doesn't really appeal to me. I'd rather have a shotgun, zombies, blow their head off. Miles more fun than just taking a picture of them with a camera. It just doesn't really grab me as a decent combat system.
I'd rather run with a spade.
Yeah, it'd be miles more fun. I don't think this is meant to be the best example of the series either, from what I've read about it. This one I think was originally on the Wii U. It's just a bit of a light dust up to come out on the newer platforms. But it's not the best example of the series. There's better ones apparently. This one I think just goes generally cheap jump scares. Apparently it gives you lots of health items as well, which makes it a bit easy. Gets rid of some of the tension because you've got so many health items on you already. And the one take I took from that is, those girls really didn't plan ahead for a night out, going up a mountain on a dark, wet night in short skirts, pretty blouses. They didn't
pretty
plan
much
ahead,
asking for it, really, weren't they?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Daft. You want to get a warm jacket at least? Raining, for God's sake.
I've seen more brains on Broad Street in Birmingham, and that's not saying a lot. There you go. Yeah, so we'll have to see. That cute little smile. I know she's not talking about me. I know who she's talking about.
I think that's me.
There you go. There he goes. He's blushing now.
That's me.
Nice one, Beth. You made him blush live on air. That's always good.
Funny enough, Beth's actually standing right there as well. She's literally right.
Come on, you got Beth. Come on, you got to say. I've met you. You got to come and say hello on camera.
Come on, say hello, Beth. Come on. She's standing there. She's like this, hiding away. She's like, no. Like, you got to come.
I still owe Beth a drink. She's the only person I didn't buy a drink
from EGX.
I'll buy you two. You're going to come to EGX either Birmingham or London next year, aren't you?
I think we're looking at doing the London one. Yeah.
Sweet. I'll tell Beth I'll buy her 2 drinks then.
In fact, we're talking about doing another penthouse thing again for that, and we didn't know if obviously you and Liz wanted to come and do the penthouse stay with us.
We'll see. I'm probably going to be there for all 4 days, so it's an option. So yeah, depends whether you're going to do all 4 days or not. But
I mean, I'm looking at doing all 4 days because it's only on the one day, and I kind of missed out a little bit. So I do really want to do all 4, pretty much.
That's cool. It'll be a bigger show anyway. I would have thought. Yeah. But anyway, we can talk about that near the time. Yeah. Beth's got away from being on camera now. It's all gone. But
no, she hasn't. She's still coming on camera right at the end.
Right at the end. Okay, right at the end. That's all right. Right at the end. But there you go. Lulu's third part. Here we go. I've been accepted into a high-end hospital to finally get help for my mental problems and to finally get assessed for everything my old doctor missed. Context, my old doctor hated me and just kept giving me new meds. I might finally be able to get some mental stability in your life.
Wicked.
All in all, I would say that's a pretty fucking good day.
Yeah,
Lulu.
Very good.
Good on you. Good on you.
Yeah.
And good luck with the new job and everything. That sounds cool. And I was going to say good luck with the PlayStation streaming, but I think seeing the Dragon Dildo War is probably going to be the highlight of that. So
dragon dildo is going to be in the background. It's going to be sitting on that shelf.
There you go.
That's it.
Gray says, I'm doing all days on all shows. Nice. We finally get to meet up, Gray. Lily says it's been a very fucking good day. There you go. Anyway, let's move on from this game. What do we reckon this got? Toxic, hello. How you doing?
Do you know what? I forgot that we had to rate that game.
Yeah, I forgot. We've been talking about EGX and other things. Just completely forgot what we were supposed to be doing. But hello, Toxic.
Just padding out again, aren't we?
Tell you what, if you want to pad it out a bit more, you think about your scores. Chat, send us your scores again because I want to say something here. If I'm just going to remove you guys off camera for a second, so just give me a second. I want to say thank you to Toxic, you can see, because obviously she did that excellent artwork there. You can't really see it on this camera because I'm using a different camera, but she did me an amazing Outlast thing of me getting spooked from Outlast, and there's a Five Nights at Freddy's. I will post these in Discord, but there's me playing Five Nights at Freddy's. They're amazing, and I put them up on the wall. So thank you, Toxic, for the artwork. I absolutely love it. And they will be becoming T-shirts as well. That's official. I've got Toxic's blessing to turn them into T-shirts, and therefore, she gets free T-shirts basically. So from that, so thank you so much. I have got a Dragon Dildo on order. I'm going to have it in the background for the laughs. Some people have cans of Red Bull or other things sponsored. Lulu's just going to have a dildo. There you go, can of Monster.
Why not?
I'm not.
Other drinks are available. Just covering my back because I haven't got an energy drink sponsorship yet. Yet. Probably never will have one actually. There you go. So scores on the doors. What the hell's happening? I didn't want the Birmingham Mail suddenly appear on my screen. What the hell? That's for that. Gray says an 8. Big Jesse says a 7. I'm going to scroll back. I know Berham said a 6. Let's have a look at this. Prince said a 7. Dave, what you saying?
I'll go for a 6.
Going for a 6. Panda, what you saying?
I'd go 6.5.
Well, you would be right because it got a 6.5.
6.5, yeah. There you go.
6.5 for the win. That is Fatal Frame, a thing about women with short skirts going up the mountain and taking pictures of ghosts. As you do in Japan.
Why not?
I mean,
it's a part.
It's the usual weekend for them.
Wow, yeah. If you ain't doing anything else, might as well. There you go. But there you go. That's Fatal Frame. That came out last Thursday on all the Xboxes, all the PlayStation, Switch, and PC. More gaming news. So it is quite often that films get turned into games and they have bit dodgy consequences. We know for many, many times. There are success stories. We had the very lovely, going back just over a year ago, the very lovely Mr. Gary Bracey on the show, who was head of Ocean Software, and they were like the big daddy of turning films into excellent games such as RoboCop, Jurassic Park, the original Batman, not Michael Keaton film, to name a few. The latest film to be announced to be turned into a video game is A Quiet Place. Now, let us know in the chat if you've seen either A Quiet Place or A Quiet Place Part 2, which got delayed by a year because of COVID. I've only seen the first one. I really enjoyed that film. They've said that the people behind this game, let me get this right. People behind this game have done work on Far Cry, have done work on Rainbow Six as well. So that might give a bit of a hint that it could be kind of actiony, but it does not follow the films. It is set in that universe, but does not follow the characters from that film. So anyone that was hoping to be Emily Blunt, basically giving birth in a bathtub, not going to happen. That's called Bathtub Simulator. But there you go. So let us know, chat, what your thoughts are, whether we think A Quiet Place is going to be turned into some good things. Ancient. Hello, Ancient. Hello. It's Mags, Dave, and some stranger, he said. I missed that. Also, loving Panda, the makeup in the back.
Oh, wait.
That side, yeah.
Yeah,
we always do that. We get it the wrong way around, don't we? I actually did it right.
It's because it's reversed.
It's reversed. It is. It always messes up.
Go
talk to Dave. He's over there. Oh no, fucked it up again.
I actually got it right.
Big Jesse wants to know: is my hot tub stream going to involve a birth? I fucking hope not, because as far as I know, I'm not pregnant. That is actually
going to be quite the stream, though.
It'd be quite a stream,
I'm sure,
and would be quite a mess, and probably would get me on the Switch because the afterbirth would just fit. No, let's not go there.
Yeah.
So Can't believe I said that now. Quiet Place. Do we think this will make a good game? Let's discuss that. Dave, let's start with you.
It really depends what they do with it, doesn't it? I could perhaps picture it as sort of similar style to sort of Alien Isolation, where you're getting stalked by a creature and you've got to keep quiet, because that's the whole thing with the film, isn't it? Making no noise at all. But maybe there will be ways you've got to collect. Sand is one of the things they use in the films, isn't it? Sand to make pathways to get around quietly, to like scavenge for supplies and stuff like that. I could see it as something like that. I can't really see him doing it's like a full-blown action game where you're fighting loads of those creatures, because that just wouldn't fit in with what the films do. It would just seem weird. So I'd picture something like Alien Isolation.
Panda, what do you think they'll do?
Yeah, I could see it going down the Alien Isolation route, but I could also see it going into game chat and then having to have your mic plugged in and being quiet on your mic and that kind of stuff. So using that as sound within the game as well, if that makes sense.
That'd be cool. They did do that in Alien Isolation, I think, didn't they?
With the mic bloody thing kept getting me while I was breathing in
something like that into it. And also, you know how I think it was The Last of Us, where you can shake your controller to charge up your flashlight. Incorporating something like that with like the DualShock within the controller itself, to make obviously the game you feel a little bit more involved, kind of thing. That would be something good. But to me, it's got to be something like you're being stalked. You're being stalked by like some creature, something kind of thing. But yeah.
Big Jesse's getting confused. He says, "Well, we just have to make do with a pole dance on a hot tub stream, or is that I hit the wrong thing? Or is that the only flans? I get confused with all the debauchery." No, the hot tub stream is happening. It's actually not this weekend. It is next weekend. It is literally almost 1 week away. The hot tub stream, and you'll have to wait to find out what happens in it. Certainly not giving birth though, because just the cleaning fees for the hot tub alone would probably bankrupt me.
Yeah, you just throw it away. You could waste your time cleaning after that.
Never
be the same again. Who'd want to use it after that?
No.
Or a bit of acid on it, do.
Yeah. bit of bleach. It's why Mag got practice with Lawnmower Simulator. Oh God. Lulu says, Bethel, I'm stealing your bestie for the weekend. As long as he comes back in one piece, you're welcome to him. There you go. You got your orders. You got to get back in one piece.
That's it.
There you go. Oh my God, I get to see Berham's for the weekend and Mag's hot tub stream. It's like my birthday. I wouldn't rave about it too much. It could be massively disappointing. I'm not talking about meeting up with Berham's. I'm talking about the hot tub stream, but we'll see. It's going to be like, just make this up as we go along thing. I'm not going to lie. A bit like the EGX live stream I did, which actually was quite funny. That went quite well.
That was
good.
Yeah.
Considering I didn't have a frigging clue what I was doing. But yeah, it was all good. So let's move on. So A Quiet Place, due to come out in 2022. Well, hopefully we'll find out more info about that. And if we do, we'll chuck it in this show at some point. Some more games for you now. Now, this is a game that I originally wanted to talk about almost 2 weeks ago. And it's one of these games that there was no information about. And then finally, the reviews started coming out and it landed. This actually came out on Friday, the 15th of October. So it's been a couple of weeks. It's out. This is really weird. It's out for all the Xboxes, but only PlayStation 4 and PC. I don't know why that is. And it's part of a series that we have talked about again on this show. This is, if I can find it, Story of Seasons. I've lost the trailer. How have I lost the trailer? I've actually lost the trailer. I've balls this up.
Oh, never mind. It looks boring. Just move on to the next one.
I will. Hang on. No, I'm going to find it. Just give me a second. I've actually somehow deleted the trailer. Hang on. Give me a second.
Prince hasn't said
yeah, right.
He's right. Definitely disciplinary from HR.
Fired. I know. Well, I can't afford an HR department. What are you joking? Hang on. Trailer. I don't want the bloody review. What do you look at the bloody review?
I'll put the review on. They do a better job than us, I'm sure.
It's 10 minutes long. Fuck that shit. Hang on. That's not the one I had. Where's it gone? Unless it's been deleted off the internet. It's gone. This game shit.
That's it. No one likes it.
Oh, that'll do. That's the Nintendo Switch version because this did come out on Nintendo Switch before. Let's very quickly get that loaded up. Very quickly, I say. Let's have a look at this. This is a game called Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, came out on Switch a year ago. Now finally hit all the other formats apart from Stadia because no one cares about that. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh, shit, it needs to be full screen. That would help as well. Professional to the end. There you go. So that's that. So basically, it's a low-rent version of Animal Crossing, but with a dating simulator thrown in, and you can ride horses, and it says you've got variations of different activities. So probably giving birth in a bathtub might happen as well. There's a high chance of that. Is it like Pokemon Snap? Probably not, but it's like any other flipping game. Barham says it's the Switch, but it's coming to different platforms. My thoughts are it should stay with Switch, and I can't see this piece of shit in my PS4 store. It is on PS4. It came out 2 weeks ago. Weirdly, not PS5. Probably PS5 went, no, fuck this shit. Xbox, it's on both Xboxes and PC. Where did I put my gun on one bullet? Jen started with, what's this fucking music? But now she's all over it. 15 out of 10 for her, which makes up for my -8. It should have stayed on Xbox and leave it there. But there you go. I mean, again, not my kind of thing. Someone's going to like this. I don't know who, but it's part of a series. This is the second one of these games we've reviewed, actually, in the year that we've been doing this show. And yes, we have been doing this show for a year. 47 shows in a year. Don't know how Dave puts up with me. But there you go.
I don't know either, mate.
No, nobody does. Nobody does. Chris says 6 out of 10. Dave, I'll start with you on this one.
To me, it looks dull as dishwater, but I do not like these sort of farming sim games. I know there's plenty of people who probably do. You know, sit back, relax, do the chores, do the little grindy stuff, do the relationships, but it's not my sort of game. I mean, it is quite an old one as well. Apparently, it was originally on the Game Boy Advance back when it was known as Harvest Moon. But then that branding's now changed. It's now Story of Seasons. And it's a remake of an old game from 2003. I think the only sort of main thing that I read that really sort of changed up in it is with the romance options now, just to sort of modernise it, bringing it more into the modern era, it's now got same-sex relationships in it.
That's all right. That's cool.
So it's modernised in that way, but otherwise it's still pretty much like the 2003 game. So perhaps if you like that, you're going to enjoy this remake of it, but no, skip.
So what Dave is saying, if you like the year 2003, you might like this.
Mm-hmm. It's probably better than 2020.
Anything's probably better than 2020.
And even the NASCAR racing.
It's better. Well, if that had been NASCAR 2020, that would have been the final nail in the coffin on that game, I think. But they called it NASCAR 21. At least that had one thing going for it. Are you sure that Blizzard Activision didn't make this? No, let's get started on that one again. Fucking hell. No. Panda?
I mean, for the people that enjoy Animal Crossing, I can see them really, really, really enjoying that game because it just reminded me a lot like an animated version of The Sims. to be fair. You can sort of get married, you can go out, get a job, have a pet, ride your horse, that kind of stuff. But in my opinion, the game should stay on Switch and stay on Switch only. It's not really worth Xbox or PlayStation's time, to be fair. I can't really see the market picking that and people buying it and playing it, really. But it's not a game that I would ever look into and consider, unfortunately. To be fair, none of these games at the moment are the ones that I kind of look into, but that's it.
No, it's not setting the world alight, and God help me, trust me, it's probably not going to get any better, folks. So, you know, set your expectations low with the next couple of reviews, I can tell you that. Christ, what do we reckon this got? Story of Seasons, Friends of whatever the fuck it's called. I'm past caring now. Where it was called Mirror Town, Mine Town, I don't care. -1 says Toxic Cat. Get your scores in the chat. Don't worry, in 10 years' time, we're going to see a remaster of this game for like the PS7. We probably will. And it'll probably still be shit. 5 out of 10 says Prince. Give us your scores, folks. Dave, give us your score.
I'm going to guess it's probably got like a 7. I bet you it's reasonably popular.
Probably. Let's see. Panda.
Do you know what? I was going to say 7 as well. But
you can say 7 as well if you want.
You can have it, mate.
Seeing as Dave said 7, I'll go 7.5 just because I know the market's going to be there for that.
Toxic's like, Dave, no. Panda, no.
Start the score right.
PS7. Who can't wait to play Skyrim on it? And GTA 5.
Yeah.
Jesse says a 7. Gray saying a 2. I could tell you should have took the offer. It got 7 out of 10.
It did, yeah.
7 out of 10 for this shit. I did say 6 earlier, but yeah, it's cool. Either way, Prince, you got it wrong. Next one. Let's move on. That was Story of Seasons, Friends of some shit town that no one cares about. Out on all the Xboxes, PlayStation 4 and PC. Came out a couple of weeks ago, but no one cares. Fire the reviewers. They don't know what they're doing. None of the reviewers seem to know what they're doing, hence why we get a lot of scores. I'm dropping it with how long you took to get there. Lulu says, hey, Mag, just read your schedule. I almost died. You, the guy who's expressively and very, very vocally said you hate this game, is playing Halo Wars at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Please tell me this is a joke. I love Halo, but Halo Wars is the worst one. Yes, because it's technically not a Halo game. And Gray will back this up.
Yeah.
So that's how I can get away with it. Because it's a strategy thing, isn't it? It ain't fucking Halo. Yeah. So it ain't Halo. So
it's got all the Halo looking characters that you like there.
Yeah, so it's not Halo. I don't give a shit. I'm playing it. I might like it. I might like it more than Halo. And that's fucking saying something. So there you go. Still Halo. It's still Halo, but it's not Halo. Figure that one out. Mag, there's nothing wrong with Halo. There's plenty of things wrong with Halo, Toxic. Plenty of things. And do not even get me started on that rant. Mag, you're playing Halo Wars. I still can't account this as a dub for the chat. You can have that one. You love Halo. I do not love Halo. It's still fucking Halo, bitch. It may still be fucking Halo, bitch, but it's also still not fucking Halo, bitch. Figure that one out. So there you go. Next, we are going to see him streaming Stadia. Well, if Stadia want to sponsor me, and let's face it, they're not, because Stadia's shit. Not going to get that sponsorship now. I mean, it says Halo. Yes, it does. But it's not Halo. Everyone's going to be like, what is he on about? It's Halo Wars. Completely different game. Here you go. It's fucking Halo. It's not. It's not fucking Halo. Fucking Halo Wars.
You do realise, Max, if you, next year in September, if we go EGX and Lulu comes, I'm going to set this conversation off and just let you two sort of have it out.
Well, it'll be just like the fact that, what was it with Berham's that I said, what games did I say were exactly the same? And it just like infuriated him. What was it? Assassin's Creed and something, Sea of Thieves are just the same game.
Yeah.
And he went, you fucking what? Why did you say that? It's got pirates in. That's all I care about. I was like, same game. Yeah. Berham's like, what? Sounds like what you said about Sony. And there you are sitting with a PS5 next to you. Yeah, but I didn't get sponsored by Sony, did I? I have to be nice about Sony. I thought Stadia's shit was the sponsorship message. Why? Who said that? What, the Assassin's Creed and Sea of Thieves are the same thing? I did. Oh, that was it. Black Flag and Sea of Thieves.
Black Flag.
Same game. Got pirates in. That's it. Simple as. That's all you need to know. There you go. I was taking the piss. Just to clarify this, I was taking the piss. Or was I? Let's move on to our next game. This is Moonglow Bay. Also, another game that got delayed. It should have been. Toxic's like, stop it. Stop it. I'm killing my audience here. This is brilliant. In agony. No, I don't mean it. I don't mean about. I'm going to clarify this. I didn't mean that when I said it was a joke. However, Halo is still fucking shit. And I mean that with every beating moment of my heart. That was a public service announcement from Mag. There you go. I've sworn more in this show than any other swear.
It's because we've been talking about Halo. I mean, that was
it is, yeah.
The vitriol for you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Lulu says, I have to agree with Mag there. It's the same game. I was going to kick off an argument. Mag's followers have dropped lower than the NASCAR game score. No, Lulu, please don't. Yeah, we're torturing Toxic here. That's not fair. It's not fair. Let's do this. This is a game that was supposed to come out a couple of weeks ago, but actually got delayed. And it's actually come out Tuesday last week. But we didn't review it because we didn't have the reviews. Gray's like, fuck you, Mag. You're welcome, Gray. Fuck you very much. This is Moonglow Bay. This is out on all the Xboxes and PC. It's another little adventure game. Let's check out the trailer for this. There you go, folks. That is Moonglow Bay. Now, anyone who remembers my E3 coverage, remember this get announced. And this isn't my kind of game. I'm not going to lie. I do like this odd stuff. I know it's going to rub a few people up the wrong way. How do they drive? It's fucking squares as wheels. I know. I don't know. Mag sticks that's on the screen. And literally, as the boat goes out, I know that was pure timing. Pushing the boat out, and the boat went out, and I clicked the button. Yeah, it's very Minecraft style. Now, I don't like Minecraft style. I'm not saying I don't like Minecraft as a game, but the art style does annoy me. But weirdly, this doesn't. And I don't know why. There's something about it that I think there's a bit more to it. The whole idea of this game is that you turn up on this island. It's become a bit deprived. Things aren't going well. It's a fishing town. Things aren't going well. It's actually a kind of fishing RPG game. I kid you not. That is the main thing. So, Big Jesse, if Paul Newton was here right now, him and Tunes would be loving this. But the idea is that you rebuild, reinvigorate the town to get it back up and running and being what it once was. So because of that, I'm going to say and piss people off, exactly like Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Sea of Thieves. Just to drop that in there. So, Panda, your thoughts on Moonglow Bay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually kind of excited for that game to come out, to be fair, or to even like watch stream and watch preview gameplay on it. It kind of gives me the vibe of like a therapeutic type of game, like how you say how you rebuild your own island that's been deprived and things like that, and you get it back to sort of fully functional Pokemon drugs, man. I mean, I'm not, but you know, it is what it is. But like, it just kind of reminds me of like you have a stressful day at work or something like that, and you want to come home and just chill, you know, just relax, things like that. It's like a therapeutic. That game would definitely be the one that I'd sort of jump on and play. To be fair, it does look kind of good. Like, and like you say, it's all the whole block Minecraft graphics type of thing. Really puts like an edge on it, kind of thing. It's I quite like it.
I'll have to Google that. I don't know who made Moonglow Bay. I can't even say it now. Moonglow Bay. Have a look because they might have used those graphics in another game.
I was going to say last week, Echo Generation last week, and also I mentioned the Tourist when we were talking about Echo Generation, but both of those have got the same blocky style graphics too.
Are they made by any chance by the same software?
I don't know if it's the same. There's probably not. They've probably just gone for the same art style.
Ooh, we'll have to see. Trift and Flip, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Trift says, oi, oi, Mag. Hello, Dave. So you go. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well, my friend. I mean, I'm not saying I would jump out and buy this or do anything, but to me, compared to some of the other crap we've seen today, this is probably faring a bit better. But Dave, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, it looks better than that Story of Seasons we looked at, last. Yeah. Looks better than that. It's on Game Pass, I believe. So
it is. Yes.
Have a blast on it for no extra cost. It looks all right. You're just staying out, doing a bit of fishing, cooking up the catch, selling it or giving it out to the townspeople to cheer them up. And I think you're getting money back for it, which you can use to upgrade your kitchens. You can cook more things, and you can upgrade your boat, buy different boats, so you can sail to different areas, get into different places on the map to catch different types of fish. So it's got like a bit of a progression system to it. So it looks okay. So if it wasn't on Game Pass, I wouldn't really waste my time. But as it's on there, have a look. It's not going to cost you anything else.
The only thing about that game that I'm a little bit curious about is what's like your end result. So what's like
I'm not sure.
The end of that game? What would it look like? Would it be like you've unlocked every part of the island and everything's sort of building wise fully upgraded, or is there going to be like expansion packs that allow you to go on to a different island, or like what could they sort of bring into that game to make people want to continue to play it?
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
Coat Sink, that's the one. Yes, Coat Sink, who made Gang Beasts. Oh, I love that game. But yeah, Coat Sink made this, as well as Cake Bash. If you've ever played that, that's a great little game where your cakes and sweets and just again fighting. They've gone from 2 fighting games to this, which is weird.
Yeah.
Probably takes 5 minutes to complete it, so won't have to wait long to see. We'll have to see. Let's get your scores in, chat. Scores in, people. Even though this is on Game Pass, I'm probably not going to rush out and place. I might end up streaming it because it's a Game Pass game. It could happen. But we'll see. What do we reckon for Moonglow Bay? Panda, I'll start with you.
I'm going to say a solid 7.
Solid 7.
I'm confident in saying 7 for that.
Okay. Soxy's going with 0. Lulu's also going with a 7. Prince is a 6. Ancient's going high with a 9. Gray's going with a 6. Dave, what do you reckon?
I'll go for a 7.5.
Going with a 7.5. Well, I can tell you that Panda's confidence has paid off because Moonglow Bay got an average of 7 out of 10.
Hey, Dave, you opposite go round last time, didn't
yeah,
we did, didn't we?
Swapped.
We swapped, didn't we?
Big Jesse was coming in with a 6.5. Gray was a 6. But there you go. There you go. Next little bit of news. Ubisoft. I've come up with something, and I want to get the opinion of the chat here. Is this a genius marketing idea, or is this you're going to piss people off? So Ubisoft, with the release of Far Cry 6 from a couple of weeks ago, has done a campaign where Carlos Esposito, who is the actor who plays, obviously, the El Presidente in the device, is now trolling you. So if you've played the game but not completed it, or you've only got so far, you start to get emails to your email account basically saying that you're shit, that you can't beat him, you can't kill him, you need to do better. And he basically, the president from the game, starts trolling you. And these are actual real emails that come from Ubisoft. Now, this has got a very divided opinion because obviously they're mocking players. Yeah. Some people think it's a really great idea because it tells you how long you've played for. It says you must do better or whatever. And some have just said, no, fuck off. It's not gone well. And it's really divided opinion. And I basically want to say, and I'm putting this out to chat and you guys, and there's no hidden question here. Do you think this is really clever or do you think it's just a waste of time?
I mean, I think it's good. I think it's a good marketing technique. To be fair, because like it kind of encouraged more people to play it, more people to want to know. You see, like I like Far Cry, but I didn't know that happens in Far Cry, so it's kind of making me want to get the game to just experience that one little thing of receiving an email to say that I'm shit at the game or I've got to do better. I've got to do this and like yeah, it kind of excites me a little bit. Like I think it's a good marketing technique. To be fair.
Go back to play. I love that Prince's attitude. If they're offended, why the fuck are they playing Far Cry? And things? I mean, just to tell you, I'm not offended. I got an email saying I suck at the game. I've never even played it because they just heard that I'm that bad at games. So I got an email saying you're shit, and I was like, well, at least my reputation precedes me. So that was a nice little touch.
They know you well.
Yeah, I didn't
scary the data they got on you though, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have liked to say that Ubisoft had sent me that, but no. But I suck at all games. I know, and I'm proud to say that. Except last night, I kept winning, which is weird. But then that game sucks, so I don't know. But there you go. If you don't like it, just delete it. Very true. General consensus from you guys, Dave. I mean, what do you reckon?
It's just a bit of fun. People just seem to get upset over the smallest things these days, and then it just blows up on social media, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Does it really need to? No. If you don't like it, you don't have to shout about it that you don't like it. You can just go delete the email.
All the haters have done is managed to give a load more publicity for a game that got so reviews. It didn't get bad reviews. It just got, it's okay. It's all right. It's decent. So actually, it's given more publicity. So well done you for moaning about it because you've just given them more publicity. Aren't you clever?
I mean, people do take a lot of things to heart now, don't they?
They do.
A lot of things to heart, and things like that, like emails being sent from games as in fake emails type of thing. Yeah. People shouldn't necessarily take that to heart because at the end of the day, it's a game. You know what I mean? It's not life or death. It's not like living in the real world. It's like it's just a game.
Yeah.
So
don't take, if you're that offended by it, don't continue playing it. Yeah. Simple as. There you go. End of story. But there you go. I found that quite amusing that came up. Right. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, our next game needs no introduction. I'm not kidding. I ain't introducing this shit. Here we go.
Welcome to the Bassmaster Classic. It's the final day of the greatest spectacle in sport fishing, the Bassmaster Classic. And everybody's wondering, which angler will come out on top? Our anglers are ready for takeoff, so let's join them on the water. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear it for your Bassmaster Classic champion.
If you're wondering why I'm laughing, anyone that stands there looking at a fish going, fucking what's wrong with you? Seriously, that's just... And Ancient says, it's on Xbox, I'm not going to bother. Well, actually, it's not just Xbox. This came out last Thursday on all the Xboxes, PC, and all the PlayStations. It's just that if you've got Game Pass, you can get it free on PC and Xbox. So you can't escape this, Ancient. It's happening. Bassmaster is out on most things. So yeah, Bassmaster. Panda, go on. I'm not even going to say anything about it.
Mate, to be fair, I'm actually excited for this game. Like, I am a fan of the whole fishing sort of industry in games.
Okay, fair enough. Industry as a whole, fair enough.
Like, I'm actually like fully into the whole sort of fishing games. But judging from what they've done in this, they have actually introduced a lot more customization to your character, to the bait, to the line, the rods, including the boats and the jets that you can use to drive out to the destination. In like the older Bass games, it was all like question mark things. So you select your mission and then it will automatically drive you over to it. There's like cutscenes galore kind of thing. But in this one, they were actually trying to minimize using all of those cutscenes and actually have it so you drive the boat yourself out to your area where you end up fishing and things like that. So the graphics look the same, doesn't really look like a huge improvement, which is a bit of a shame, seeing as obviously it's out on all Xbox and all PlayStation, PC, etc. But
yep.
The level of customization that they've been talking about putting into that game is fantastic. And yes, I am actually excited.
I can actually tell you're excited about this.
And go, I'm actually excited for that. I'm that person that is excited for that.
When the 20, what's this? This is called the 2022 edition. When 2023 edition comes out, we've got to get Panda in the game.
Yes.
You know, when you get people in the game, we've got to have Panda in the game, and he can go.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one good fish.
A couple of scores coming in. Princey's definitely going for a 7. There you go. Toxic says, I'll give it 10, but it'll probably get a 9. Yeah. Wow, Panda has gone from an 8.5 to a 6 for us. Ouch. Dave, your thoughts on this? I mean, Panda's well excited for it. Are you?
I think he's... Oh, no, not even a little bit, mate. I don't really care that it's free on Game Pass. Not interested in fishing at all. It's like when we were playing Sea of Thieves, you could leave the others to just do the fishing. I can't be bothered about that at all. I don't know how you used to put up trying to collect 500 fucking fish for a, whatever reward.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
Not for me. Not a fan of fishing, so it's not on my radar. The only sort of interesting thing I read about this earlier was it's got its sort of taken a battle royale called Bassmaster Royale mode, which just sounds terrible. And the one review I was looking at some gameplay of was saying that there's just no one playing it anyway, so you couldn't even get a game.
Yeah, I'm in a multiplayer game. Oh shit, there's no one here.
So they've gone to the trouble of creating it, but no one's playing it.
I mean, bear in mind,
if put it on Game Pass, they'll get some people on it for just
possibly
for free anyway.
Came out on Thursday. I think that's quite big. I just know. This game, my stepdad will stay away and stop moaning at us. What do we reckon this got? Yeah, come on, people, get your scores. I need to sneeze, man. Just the thought of catching fishes makes me want to sneeze.
I'll go for a 5. Doesn't look very good.
Go for 5, Panda. What you go for?
You know, I'm hitting an 8 for that.
You're hitting an 8.
Yeah.
You're hitting a big salmon 8.
Big salmon 8.
Big salmon. Slapping it across someone's chops.
That's it.
Take out a bear kind of style.
Oh yeah.
Let's have I mean, Lulu's going for a 6.7. It's going to be a 6.5. It's closer. So there you go. Who else? Give you some scores. I want to see what people are saying about this. I know. Prince is saying a 7. Toxic's going really high. Toxic's like, oh right.
Toxic.
Any more scores? Toxic's going for a 9. There you go. Right. I can tell you that this got 5 out of 10.
Shit.
It got 5 out of 10. Not only did Dave mention that there's no one playing the multiplayer thing at the moment, apparently the graphics are quite bad and the animations and stuff are so laggy. It's really bad. They said this game is so fucking broken. It shouldn't have come out. And there you go. Lily says, I couldn't decide between a 6.5 and a 7. There you go. What What piece is that piece of shit got 7? Got 5. Got a 5 out of 10.
I mean, that's depressing. That's very depressing. I rated that highly, and I still do.
Yeah.
I still do. But, yeah.
Walker's here. Hello, Walker. How are you? I think we've depressed Little Panda. That bass fishing. Oh, God, and toxic. I'm so annoyed. I'm mistyping. Oh, shit. I spelled that wrong.
It's a game that I'll still get and most likely stream it one day.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I can see me streaming it just for that. Fucking hell, I did lawn mowing simulator on Sunday. Yeah. So I can see this happening just for the crack.
If they done like a group competition where you can invite your own friends and things like that,
that'd be cool.
Custom private game, that'd be a great streaming game to do, kind of thing.
Wait,
like competitions and things like that.
So when did you get it? When did you buy it?
There you go.
Reviews need better internet. What day did you get it? Because obviously the reviews came out before it came out last Thursday, so maybe they've patched it since, because it does happen.
It's day one patches all over the shop, isn't it, these days?
Every game.
It's interesting to see. Did you get it on day one? You got it on Friday, so you got it the day after it came out. So they might have patched it. Obviously, a lot of the reviews take place beforehand, but then we only get the reviews on the day, the day that I get them in. So that's interesting. Maybe I'll stream it and we'll see. Is it laggy? Is it not? Waiting for Prince to put a joke in that it's probably going to be more laggy on Xbox than PlayStation. So there you go. Bassmaster Fishing 2022 probably gets an undeserved 5 out of 10. So there you go. Next one. Where were we? I said, we got another game. So I said there was 2 big games out this week. I lost where I was.
That was the end of the show. You're about to say goodnight.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
The bass, wasn't it?
Nice one. Awesome. Hold in the bass and say thanks very much. Good night. No, it's not the end of the show. But there you go.
Why
not? Might as well do that. Just for a laugh. I said there was 2 big games out this week, considering there's not many big games. This one is out on Nintendo Switch. This is a rehash of some of Dave almost said this, but he didn't. This is a rehash of some of the Mario Party games from yesteryear, and they packaged them up all into a nice little neat package to give fans of Mario Party a brand new game and experience ready for Christmas. And this is called Mario Party Superstars. This came out last Friday. It's out on Nintendo Switch. Let's have a look at this one, shall we?
It's an all-out Mario Party Fun Fest. Play fan-favorite mini-games. Compete on boards with zany events. Party solo or with friends. Mario Party Superstars on Nintendo Switch.
There you go. Simple as. So basically a collection of all the Mario Party games from previous years, not including the latest one that came out. Was it last year or 2019? I think Mario Party.
A couple of years ago now.
Yeah. Mario Party itself, I think it's great. It's great fun. Yeah. I love it. And I watch other people stream it. I think it's great fun. But this is a collection. Now, a couple of things I'm going to say about this. It has a vast array of mini games on this one. I think over 150 mini games, which is quite good. However, if you love Mario Party, you might be a little bit disappointed with this one because a lot of the motion controls and things you expect aren't in this because they weren't in the N64 version. The dices are all the same. There's a lot of stuff that's going to go back to how it was. And there's only about 8 characters you can pick from, which is not a lot. Whether that will come up in DLCs, we'll have to see. But does it mean that it's actually an inferior product to the latest Mario Party that we've had? Let's find out. I'm going to start with Dave on this one, actually.
Yeah, I quite like the Mario parties. We brought the last one for my daughter. We all ended up playing absolutely loads of it when she had it for, I think, Christmas, was it 2019, whatever it was. We played loads of it. Great game, just fun, silly little mini games. Good sort of family battles on the board. It usually ends up with, if my daughter gets poison mushrooms in the game, they always get thrown at me. She always poisons me, little swine. Steals all my stars, steals all my coins, does whatever she can to hinder me. Mummy, she treats fine. Doesn't do any of that to her. So the same is going to happen this Christmas when she gets this one, because it's on her Christmas list. The Santa's bringing that one. So we'll be playing this like Boxing Day, no doubt, getting through some of the boards. I'm a bit disappointed that you haven't got that many characters to pick from, because they had loads in the last one and then other ones you could unlock as well. I don't know whether I'm already going to miss the motion controls. Some of them were okay, some of them weren't. So, I mean, it really depends what you think of the motion stuff. Sometimes it's okay, but not for everything. So I'm not too fussed about that. The boards look good. They look like there's a bit more to them, I think, compared to the last one. They just look bigger with sort of more, lanes around them to go in different ways, do different things. They look pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to playing it.
Okay. Panda, your thoughts on this?
Yeah. So some of the motion controls on the previous ones were a little bit laggy. They were a little bit delayed and a little bit kind of broken in a way. So I kind of feel like it's a good thing removing, obviously, most of those out, if that makes sense, in this new one. But obviously having a lack of characters and unlockable players and unlockable characters to use and things like that is kind of going to be a setback to the whole sort of Mario Party sort of era. And the audience is not really going to enjoy that, to be fair. But I can see this being a very competitive game between families type of thing, like what Dave said, how he plays it, Boxing Day, Christmas, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's definitely like a group sort of activity, group game to play, like family wise. I just kind of wish that it was out on PlayStation, because having it out on PlayStation or on Xbox or something like that would kind of allow a lot more players, a lot more people to play the game and enjoy it more. Because I know I would, if that was out on console, then I'd definitely get it, because it'd be a good platform, be a good streaming content type of thing. But hey, I feel like it's going to do well. I feel like it's going to do well.
Okay. All right. Hello to Crazy, by the way. So we're talking to say hello. Long time no see. Hope you're well. Now people are saying this could get mixed reviews. I mean, Lulu mentioned it. This could get an 8 out of 10, or it could get a 5 out of 10. Bams is saying probably a 7 out of 10. It's a classic game, but not as good. Toxic was saying 8 out of 10. This did get very mixed reviews. I'm not going to lie. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So on that note, let's have the rest of your scores, chat. Sorry I'm late, but it's a 7 out of 10. No, it's cool. We haven't said the scores yet. So you're going to go for a 7 out of 10. But it's a Nintendo property, so they will never let it go, like Pokemon, etc. Yes, we'll probably never see it, Panda, on a Xbox or PlayStation, so we'll have to see. Prince is sticking with a 7. Dave, what do you reckon this got?
I'm feeling 7 for this one as well.
You're feeling a 7? Panda?
I'm feeling a 6.5.
Ooh, a 6.5. 8 and a 4 and maybe a 5. Lulu can't make her mind up. Okay, sorry, I'm not late. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, sorry you're not late. You're not late. It's fine. You're late for the show, but you're not late for this particular review. So it's kind of balanced itself out. So the world we live in is a better place. It's all good. There you go. What the fuck I said that? I have no idea. Xbox isn't powerful enough to run it. Fucking hell. Leave the Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color, yes.
Yeah. I can tell you, this got lows of 6. It got highs of 8. So for the majority of you there, you are correct. It got a 7 out of 10 on average. It's good fun if you like the games, but it is quite a step back from, obviously, the Mario Party that everyone is loving right now on Nintendo Switch. So there you go. Mario Party Superstars came out last Friday on Nintendo Switch. That's a solid 7 out of 10. Going to do a little quiz now for the chat, as I always try and do, and for Dave and Panda. Let's do this. So we had the latest PlayStation reports. But Crazy said, I could sleep better at night knowing it wasn't late to this part. There you go. Time to shine. Come on, this is quiz time, people. Quiz time, people. Come on, Prince. Come on, Ancient. Come on, Toxic. Come on, everyone. This is right. So,
no, this ain't December just yet, mate. Just chill with it.
So, PlayStation announced their fix. I'm being calm now, all right? Okay. PlayStation announced their latest figures. how many PlayStation 5s, pipe it down, Mike, have officially been sold to date? And bearing in mind, it is just under a year of release now. How many millions? I'll tell you that. How many millions of PlayStations? Oh, I don't know. When I look, it's always sold out. Have a guess. Chat, guess. How many millions of PlayStations, PS5s have been sold? Lulu says 13.4. Toxic says billions. It's not billions. I can tell you that. It is millions.
14 million?
14 million says Dave. Panda, what do you reckon?
I don't think it's that high, to be honest with you. As in like 13, 14.
Okay.
Probably say, I'd like to say like 10, 11.
Okay, 10 is like 10.5 million as a guess.
Yeah. I'd like to hover around 10 and 11 type of thing.
Okay. Prince is coming in at 45 million. Berens is saying 13.8. Ancient says 10 pence. I think he's at the wrong quiz. 10 million, says Jesse. Toxic is saying, I'm going to say 30 million. I can tell you that Berens and Lulu and Dave, what did you say, Dave?
14.
Are all very close because he got 13. I'm wondering whether Lulu looked this up. She might have Googled it. It was 13.4 million. In fact, Lulu got it bang on, but I don't know whether she Googled or not. I don't mind. It's a bit of fun. 13.4 million PlayStation 5 sold so far in just under a year, even though people still can't really. Lulu says, fuck off. Okay, you didn't look it up, fair enough. Bit of fun. Don't take it too personally. Jesus. So there you go. 13.4 million PlayStation 5s sold so far. Now, in their last financial quarter, which was July, August, September, how many of those 13.4 million were sold? That's my next question.
4 million?
Are we still talking million or are we still talking?
Yeah, it's still talking million. So out of that 13.4 million, how many million were actually sold in July, August, September? Barams is saying 2.5. Dave said 4. Is that a total number of Argos and game employees? No one else can get one. How many of Xbox sold? I don't know. I need to find out, but I know Xbox has been selling well. Cat says 5 million. Ancient says 7.8.
I'm going to say 3.8.
6. You're saying 3.8. Any more guesses? See, Ancient's saying 7.8. That's more than half of what they've sold. You're going to say 3.2, says Lulu. Ooh, okay, interesting. So, right.
Google.
Prince has not as many PlayStations. Big Jesse, 4. I could tell you it was 3.3 million in the last quarter, which has been their highest quarter. It has been more than the previous quarter, so it's their best-selling quarter of all time. And my final question, overall, the PlayStation Store, so including PS4, PS5, has had, to date, its best-selling quarter ever. So again, still July, August, September. How much percentage up on normal quarters do you think? So I'm looking for a percentage from 0 to 100%. If it's the best-selling quarter in history, how much percentage is it better by?
30%.
Okay, you said 30%. I know, I agree with this, Toxic. How are people getting them? Because, yeah, there you go. Prince is saying 77%, 85%, 27%, 69%. Panda?
36.
36, 45. Prince is saying 12. I could tell you, Berham's got it bang on the head. 27% it was up by.
Fair play.
Yeah.
27%. So the question that everyone is asking, and even Toxic was asking, is how is this possible when you still can't get hold of a PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
It's still really difficult to get hold of one. I count myself very lucky that I have got one in that fact. But yeah, it's still really, really difficult. I know people who still try, and friends and family of ours that can't get hold of them. So there you go. Lulu says Google. Barham's like, that's twice now. There you go. Ancient says Barham's cheated. He Googled. I don't care if he cheated. It's a bit of fun. He's defo Googled it.
He's defo Googled it, man.
I don't care if he has. It's fine. It's all good. I'm not even searching this, I promise. There you go. Toxic Records is a bit sus, but there you go. All the Google wankers in the house, says Prince. There you go. But there you go. Well, no, it's good. I will try and get Xbox figures for you, Prince, and try and find out. And maybe I'll make that a little quiz. But there you go.
Well.
Eh?
Do like a PC one as well.
A PC one, see how PC are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did talk about Switch, how Switch had done, but I can't even remember the figures now because it was so long ago. But there you go. It was selling well. Our next game, if you like games that are relaxing and don't take a lot of thought, a bit like watching me playing Lawnmower Simulator, this next game might be right up your street. This came out today on all the Xboxes, PC and Switch, and it's also free on Game Pass. Weirdly, I've been quite excited for this game because I saw this announced over a year ago. This is Unpacking. There you go, folks. That is Unpacking, which came out today. This is, I mean, Panda's face is just what the actual. Absolutely.
You know what? Right. Sorry to interrupt, but I feel like that sticker right now. If I had to download and play that game, that little electric man being like, I feel like I'm going to jump in that bath with that toaster and I will strap it to my chest because that is a what the fuck game. That is
Ancient actually downloaded this today. Why? I said toaster in the oven and not the bath. Oh my God. Yeah. Still the same. You can put your head in the oven at the same time. No, don't do that. Don't. Oh God.
Doing it.
Yeah. Flop says hi. Hey, Flops. I know Flops is streaming at the moment, so I know Flops is not here, but pass the message on. We all say hi back to Mr. Flops. Okay, let's be honest, but it's shit. AMAG, not a bad idea. I know, sit your head in the oven. I know. I quite play this, just like Lawn Mowing Simulator. I really enjoyed Lawn Mowing Simulator. I'm not going to lie. This actually has got a story to it as well, because it starts in the 80s and goes all the way through to 2008, if I've got that right. So the different rooms and different things you see mimic the era that you do. So as you unpack stuff, you go, oh, I remember those little joysticks from the 1980s. Oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember. Oh, look how big the TVs are, all that sort of stuff. So actually, it tells the tale of moving house over the course of 30 years. I would play this. I'm not going to lie. I think it'd be quite something you could just play, You switch your brain off and just go, yeah, do that. No stress, no fuss. If you've had a stressful day, I think it'd be quite good fun. Dave, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I agree with what you've been saying, mate. I was thinking the same things. You just so you could play just to relax for a bit, couldn't you? I think it's meant to be a few hours long.
Yeah.
Sit back, chill out, listen to the music, arrange everything nice and neatly. It'd be quite satisfying once you've got it all set out nicely in there. I think it'd be all right just for a little blast. I'd definitely rather play it than that bass fishing shit earlier.
Whereas Panda was like, bass fishing shit, yeah! And like, you're like, no.
Fishing, I'll do a bit of unpacking.
And I'll play NASCAR then.
Go for it, mate.
Always get lumbered with a shit one day.
Living the dream.
If I had
take my insulted.
I would.
Walker says, if you like lawn mowing sim, Mags, you should play Power Wash Sim. It's even better than mine. I enjoyed. I had great fun on Sunday night. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoyed playing lawn mowing simulator on fucking Halloween. But there you go. And I'm going to say this now. This is really funny. I tweeted about the fact I was playing lawn mowing simulator on Halloween, and the people who made lawn mowing simulator not only retweeted me, but sent me a thank you message for playing the game. I shit you not. And I was over the moon with that. Absolutely over the moon. So there you go. What do we reckon that Unpacking got? There you go. Oh my God, Power Wash Sim is amazing. Power Wash is the bee's knees, man. We should try it. Barrams is saying 2 out of 10. I'll give it a 3, but they made that mannequin little figure thing. No idea what they are called. Dab.
I'm going to go for an 8.
Okay, Toxic's going for a 6. Ancient says, from me, a solid 9.5. Lulu says a 10. Panda?
Right, I want to say a 4, but I can guarantee that game is probably going to get higher than a 4. So I'm going to increase it by 2 and give it a 6.
6.
Not going no higher than that.
Prince is giving no higher than that. Okay, fair enough. Prince is giving it a no comment out of 10. Walker's going for a 7. I can tell you it got 8 out of 10. Panda's just
that is the biggest pile of crap ever. Biggest pile of crap ever. All you're doing is just unpacking boxes. Yeah. Biggest pile of crap ever.
Well, you've understood the rules of the game, so at least you know that bit.
That I buy it. I've completed it straight away.
Well, the thing is, you get it on Xbox and PC. You don't have to buy it because it's free. But there you go. Okay, so that's Unpacking, which came out today. Gets an 8 out of 10 on all the Xboxes, PC, and Switch. You lucky PlayStation people, you will not get to play it yet. There we go. Now, if you think it couldn't get any weirder, we've got this game that came out last Thursday. Is it as it says it is, or is it something a bit more disturbing? This is called Happy Game. Here we go. The winner of the most fucked up trailer of the week goes to this. This is out on PC and Switch, came out last Thursday. Yeah, this looks disturbing. Dave, let's start with you.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as happy as the title suggests.
No.
It looks interesting, though. I think it's about sort of 2 hour-ish long point-and-click adventure game. You're playing as a kid who's fallen asleep into a nightmare. You've got to help him, I think, get out of like 3 different nightmares. It looks okay. Again, it's a nice little short game. Get through it in an afternoon.
Yeah. Is it a kids game or horror? It's definitely a kind of a horror. It's definitely not for kids.
Yeah, I think I'd let my daughter play that one.
No.
She wouldn't be sleeping after it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Especially when you saw that giant, cute bunny rabbit, his head gets slit in half and it rolled down the hill.
Not so kid-friendly. Kids don't like that.
Yeah. Toxie says, I like this then. Gives me don't hug me, I'm scared vibes. Panda, what do you reckon to this?
I love it. this game looks amazing. Even how disturbed it is, this game looks amazing. For me, I definitely want to get this, and I'm agreeing with the comments. It does remind me a lot of Happy Tree Friends, and that was a cartoon sort of anime that I used to grow up watching with my brother at a young age. So yes, this is a definite yes for me.
What do we reckon this scored then, folks, for this lovely little bit of disturbing menace? Barry says, even if this was 30 quid, I'm getting this game. I don't know how much this is, but I know it's on PC and Switch so far. That was an amazing cartoon. Toxic says 7 out of 10. Let's start getting your scores in chat for Happy Game. Dave, let's start with you. What are you saying?
I want to go for an 8 again.
Okay, Walker's also going for an 8. 100% getting this game. Toxic's going for a 6. Panda?
I'll go 7.5.
Going for a 7.5. Any more scores? Any more? 3, 2, 1. It gets an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Gets an 8 out of 10 on average. So Happy Game, folks. Definitely one to look out for. And at the moment, and not giving anything away, it's our shared second highest game because Roki got an 8 and this got an 8. So there you go. Right, a little bit more news. Couple of games announced and a few other bits announced this week. I'm just going to kind of condense this all into a short thing. So fans of Resident Evil 8, rejoice. Capcom have announced there is free DLC coming for Resident Evil Village, and it's highly likely that it will be story-based DLC. Now, they did do this with Resident Evil 7, with the one where you played Chris, going after, what was the character you go after? Anyone remember? He was the one of the family that got away. Can't remember his name. Damn it.
No, I've forgotten as well.
Yeah, he's gone. The son gets away. They did that free, and then they did 2 other DLCs that were story-led. There was other DLCs that were like found footage for little games. Lucas, thank you. Thank you, Toxic. And they were story-based ones, but they were paid. They have said there will be some more story-based content because it's been so popular, but the first one will be coming out next year. No details as yet, but will be a free DLC story-based for 2022. If that hits, I will stream that because I did Resident Evil Village, so I will do that. Bloodborne PSX, which has been announced, is coming to PC on the 31st of January. So any Bloodborne fans, it's finally coming to PC, long-awaited game. That is coming out too. Prince, you beat me to it. Bug Snacks, he's getting free DLC. We're going to talk about that as it was part of State of Play, but we'll chuck that in anyway. Oh my God, I can't wait. I think it's going to be great.
That Bloodborne you were talking about, though, it isn't the actual Bloodborne game. It's a demake.
Yes,
it's been released for free.
Yeah, is it because that's what they're calling it, PSX, isn't it?
Yeah, so it looks like a PS1 game.
Yeah, that's what
just in case anyone was hoping it was going to be the actual PS4 one. Nah,
no, it's not. It's not PS4. That. Not that, but it is the PSX version, as I say. But it's downgraded. If you check out the trailer, graphics say it all. But a lot of people are very excited that this is coming out. And finally, and this ties into 2 things, Skydance, who are mainly known for making films such as the Mission Impossible films, a few others, and have done one game, which is Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, have announced that they too are also making a brand new Marvel game. We don't know what that is yet, but they have announced they are doing it. So we know there's quite a few Marvel games coming very soon. But that ties in very nicely. We haven't even got a date on that yet. But funnily enough, and Prince sent me this, so I'm going to read this out. We did discuss on the show a couple of weeks ago that people who got Avengers on Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass are fuming because when it came out last year, because we know the game didn't do too well, that no, there will be no pay to buy, get loot boxes, you'll be fine. And then they brought it out on Game Pass and there was loads of loot boxes and people are leveling up just like that. They have turned around, and I'll get this because Prince sent me this. You sent me the link, didn't you? I think you sent it on me on Facebook, actually, not thingy. They have released a statement. I'm going to read this statement out because it always makes me laugh when companies basically do a fucking U-turn. So here we go. Let's bring this up if it loads. The statement was from Marvel's Avengers. Here we go. We apologize for not responding sooner to your concerns about the addition of paid consumables in the marketplace. We introduced them as an option for an evolving player base and did not see them as pay to win since they don't offer power directly. After considering your feedback, we have decided that by the end of today, we will remove Heroes, Catalysts and Fragment Extractors for your purchase. They will continue to be earnable rewards and those already owned are still usable. We hope that this can be the first step in rebuilding your confidence in us as a team. It continues to be our goal to make the very best game possible. Thank you for being part of the Marvel Avengers community. Well, if you're going to make the first best game possible, you wouldn't have brought out that piece of shit that you released last year, would you? But I think that's quite. It's a picture of the statement, not the link. I got that, dude. But thank you. Can't wait for the NAF security breach. We'll talk about that in a bit as well. You're all jumping ahead. Calm down. We said we're going to talk about all the PlayStation stuff. Calm down, people. Calm down. You're getting as bad as me. So, yeah. That's a few little announcements. Say thank you, Prince, for sending me that statement because I thought it was quite good. Well, we thought that got announced. But there you go. A couple of little games and announcements from this week. Our final game review before we jump to our main part of so excited, getting hot. Hope you're not in an oven. Just want to check because obviously we're talking about getting in an oven earlier. Don't get in an oven, whatever you do. If you're hot and you find its thing and there's a turkey in there, you're probably in an oven. Just be careful. So there you go. This is a game that came out on Xbox a year ago, PC a year ago, and Switch, but has finally made its way onto PlayStation. Ironically, came out just before Halloween, so we've kind of missed the boat. Came out last Wednesday, but this is the platforming game Pumpkin Jack. Let's check this out. There you go, folks. That is Pumpkin Jack. Now, I'm not going to lie. I not heard of this at all. And I guess it came out just before we started doing this show a year ago. So it's not been on. We've definitely not talked about this on the show. But this looks fun. It gives me vibes of like Crash Bandicoot in a way. It's a bit of action, bit of platforming, bit of story. Walker says, looks fun. Panda, I'm going to start with you because it's last game of the night. What do you reckon to this?
I mean, the game looks like an action adventure type of game. It really, really, really does look interesting. Like and like you said, it gives you the Crash Bandicoot type of vibes. Like the colors and the graphics do look really good with that game. I'm not going to lie. And I don't know if anyone saw it as well, but I know I would struggle with the whole fire platform level in that because I couldn't see where the platforms were. So I know that would be a game that I would stream and rage at and let everyone sort of enjoy me swearing and going off on one and laughing at me for that. Like, yeah, I feel like the game's it's definitely gonna pick up. There's a lot of people out there, audience-wise, that will end up getting that game. It does look good. It does look good.
Very messy, but I think it could be cool still. Looks fun and quirky in a sense. I'm liking this. Toxic said, "Kind of reminds me of the old PS1 medieval games." Dave, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the games that people are mentioning, like, Crash Bandicoots, Medievals. It's got that sort of gameplay style to it, hasn't it? A bit of an action platformer, a bit of combat here and there. It looks perfectly fine. I can't say it's one I'm going to rush out and buy, but it's okay.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the style of Tim Burton, says Walker. I agree. Got that thing like the Jack Skellington and all that. Definitely. So what do we reckon this got out of 10? Last game to review, folks. What do we think that Pumpkin Jack got for PlayStation 5? Toxicat is saying an 8 out of 10. Dave, hit us with your score.
I'll go for a 7.
Okay. Anybody else want to have a go in chat, have a guess while we get Panda's score?
I'm going to say a 7.5, but Beth, sitting next to me, says it's going to be an 8.
Beth is saying an 8. Okay.
So
we'll see that right. Ancient, 9. Prince says a 7. It got a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
So there you go. 7 out of 10, folks, for Pumpkin Jack out on PlayStation 5. Came out last Wednesday. That's our 11 games for this week. And if you've turned up a little bit late, that's cool because I'm going to recap them for you now. We had Riders Republic out on all the Xboxes, PlayStations, PC, and Stadia. Got a 7.5 out of 10. NASCAR 21 Ignition out on Xbox One, PS4, PC. Got a 4 out of 10. Roki on Xbox Series X and S, PS5 and Switch. Got an 8 out of 10. Fatal Frame, Maiden and the Black Widow on all the Xboxes, PlayStation, all the PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Got a 6.5. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town on all the Xboxes, PlayStation 4 only, weirdly. PC got a 7 out of 10. Moonglow Bay on all the Xboxes and PC, 7 out of 10. Bassmaster Fishing 2022 on all the Xboxes, all the PlayStations and PC, got a 5. Mario Party Superstars on Nintendo Switch got a 7 out of 10. Unpacking on all the Xboxes, PC and Switch got an 8. Happy Game on PC and Switch got an 8. And Pumpkin Jack on PlayStation 5 got a 7 out of 10. Those are our 11 game reviews for this week. We will have more game reviews. Hopefully not as much shit as this week. We might have some decent games. Fingers crossed. Professor Stork says, no, it's all right. We've not finished the show. Don't worry. Tuesday night gaming chat gets 2.5 out of 10. Accurate. Don't worry, Professor. We have not finished the show. It's good. Good to see you, Professor Stork. Good to see you. So we are going to talk about, we've got about 20 minutes of the show left. We are going to talk about last Wednesday's PlayStation State of Play event. This is normally a showcase where they showcase just like Nintendo Directs and all the other ones. Now, again, and I'm going to state this, people got annoyed by this. And I'm going to say, why are you getting annoyed when it clearly stated this was a 20-minute showcase for third-party games? And
people get annoyed about anything.
Right.
Any excuse.
No God of War, no Horizon. Yes, because they stated they were not covering that. Stop being fucking idiots and listen to what they say. If they say it's an indie game showcase, you're not going to get fucking Call of Duty. Stop fucking moaning, you bunch of absolute fucking morons. That was a public service announcement brought to you by Middle-Aged Gamer Guy. So what we did get, I'm not going to say that because there's probably people that are called Karen who actually understood. So I don't want to slag them off. You guys can slag them off, but that's fine. Wow, this feels personal for you. It is because they moan at every fucking one. They moaned at the last one about something. And I was like, but they said they weren't going to talk about God of War. And they were, well, there was no God of War. Oh, I'm really disappointed. The big fucking statement at the start saying there is no God of War. Wankers. There you go. That's all I'm going to say. You can clip that. That's going on TikTok. I like to entertain people. So they did have 20 minutes of new games. Some of them are literally like dropped today. Some of them, it's all good. Some things that I'm going to literally skim over. I'm going to show you some footage. I'm not going to play any of the full trailers. I'm going to skip through it. But they obviously, as Prince did say, a Bug Snacks DLC is coming out, and that's free of charge. And King of Fighters was bringing out a new character for King of Fighters. So those are kind of the little things that are there. Yes, understood. But someone's just messaged me. So, wait, indie games. I know where this is going. Toxic Cat says, "Ooh, very good points." I know. This feels. I mean, like to entertain people. Here is Bass Fishing trailer. Yeah, Panda was entertained.
Oh, I loved it.
Someone had to be.
Yeah. But there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring up the actual state of play thing. I'm not going to have the sound turned on, but I'm going to skim through this and show a few things. So it did start. I can hear the sound, but hopefully you guys can't. That's the idea. Good. Yeah. It worked. So the first game that was mentioned, and I'll skim through some of these very quickly, and then we can get your opinion from the chat and our guests and Dave tonight of kind of what grabbed their mind. Now, this one, this was called Defphonix, Let It Die, which is obviously a combat game based in a TV show. I'll show a few 30 seconds of footage of this. Again, you kind of get the idea what you're getting with this. It's a seek and destroy combat game, multiplayer, but with this kind of TV kind of style-based thing that, fight to survive. Squid Games, I guess, is the best way of saying it in that respect. The next thing we got, I need to do that. Let's skim through this. The next thing we got was OFK, which comes out next year. Oh, sorry. I got that wrong. Defphonix comes out next year. OFK. We are OFK from Team OFK. This looks more like a story-based game. I like the fact it says not actual gameplay. This was captured on a PC. So you play a voiceover artist. I'm going to skip some of this, but you get... It's a story-driven game. And you play with different characters, but there's also funny little creatures in it.
It's got a nice art style to it.
It is. I like the art style. Sona is the higher ups of Squid Games. Think about what's on the mask. Square, triangle, circle. This means the number is X because X marks the spot. And she says, I just want the cat. So this game is about the indie pop group OFK. And if you're stuck in Los Angeles trying to make it, got to head out. Bye, Walker. Thank you so much for being here. They basically are releasing an EP music, so it coincides with the music release. You get to flirt with different characters. You get to text different characters. So not only is it a life simulator, but it's a dating simulator. So that was that one. Moving on, if I just scroll, let's see what that says. That comes out next year on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. There was the Bug Snacks DLC as mentioned, but I am going to skip that. Then we got that update comes out 2022 for Bug Snacks. Then we get a nice advert. Typical, we get a bloody advert. It's because I'm skipping, that's why. We got the Doctor Who game that was mentioned. Now, this was actually due to come out a couple of weeks ago, but got delayed. And we
That's
were
still an
due
advert. That wasn't part of the PlayStation.
Oh, no, it's not. You're right. Fuck it. Fucking advert. We were due to review that on the show, though, last week.
Were we?
Couldn't get any reviews for it. And now we get the new Five Nights at Freddy's game, I think.
Wicked.
This is FNAF Security Breach, which actually makes you play as a female character stuck in a new... Wait for it. And this changes it up quite greatly. to the usual formula of Five Nights at Freddy's. But there you go. Let's see when that's coming out. Let's just jump. Let's go back to there. That is coming out next month.
Wow.
So that's coming out next month. And you play a child called Greg as well. Yes. This, as Dave and me well know, is Death's Door, which has now been announced for PlayStation. This did come out on PC and Xbox and is very much like Dark Souls and games like what was it? I was watching it on Charles' channel last night. Hades. That's right, where you play a rook. This got really good reviews when it came out earlier in the year and is now making its way to PlayStation. Let's see. That comes out. We got a date. That literally comes out in a couple of weeks.
Looks like a game I'd definitely get.
Yeah, I think it'd be very good.
Yeah.
Then they announced some more multiplayer games. Now, this one is the Kart Rider Drift. So if you're gutted that you can't play things like Mario Kart, this might be right up your street. So anyone who's played Mario Kart or Sonic Team Racing games or anything like that, you know exactly what you're going to get with this. There was even bananas in this, which I thought was a bit cheeky. Let's see when that's due to come out. I'm going to, again, basically says you can register for the beta. Here we go. But it's coming out next year. And it's going to be ready for 2022. The next game they mentioned, this is, if I've got this right, this should be, this is the new character for, I mentioned King of Fighters. So I'm going to skip that. They mentioned that it's new. And then we got, and the new DLC for that comes out in February. Then this game is going to be free on PlayStation Plus, literally from tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's basically Among Us.
Yes, it's basically Among Us, but in a hospital. This is called First Class Trouble. This has already been out on PC. But I'm probably going to stream this. I like the look of this. But it is basically, you can customize your characters. Panda, you look like you're going to say something.
Yeah, if you get this on the PlayStation, I'll jump in on a stream with you because I'm planning to get this as well. This looks really good.
I think it's likely with the queue of PlayStation games I'm going to be doing, I will stream this in December.
Yeah.
I've pretty much got this month planned out and into next month. So it'll be sometime around Christmas time. Join you for a game. Yeah. So Prince, Panda, anyone else that wants to join us, Toxic, we'll do it. We'll get it. We'll organise it. I'll put it in my Discord. I'll send messages out to people who've said they're interested and we'll get everyone together and we'll play it. But yeah, it's another sort of whodunit game. Who's the murderer? Who's the imposter kind of thing. And as I said, that literally does land tomorrow.
Wow.
In fact, no, today. Today, sorry.
Yeah.
Today. And as it said, and you can download it between November the 2nd, December the 6th. So if you want it, do it now. Get it down and it'll be added to your library. Then what was announced was, again, big RPG game that some people would like. This is new Star Ocean game. I'll play a little bit of this. And then there was one other game, I think. They put a lot of time on this. I think they focused massively on Star Ocean. So let's see. I'll play a little bit of this here. Fucking adverts. The end of Infinite Space. Oh, so December games are released on my birthday then. Yes, they are. Toxic says, downloading as we speak. I'll probably do the same after this show. I'm going to just jump through some of this. You get the idea. It's an RPG. You know what you're getting.
It looks fairly standard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Usual JRPG stuff.
Let's go back. Can I jump to there? Star Ocean, the Divine Force. And that is coming out next year. And then we got... Right, so this is the game that Dave said looks the most interesting. This is Little Devil Inside. This was the last game they finished with. Which does look quite cool, I have to say. Star Ocean made it a JRPG. Interesting. I quite like the look of this game.
Yeah, it's got a nice graphical style to it.
Yeah.
I like the look of the sort of gameplay as well.
Hmm.
It just looks a bit different than everything
I might
else
just
that's shown.
Jump ahead.
More graphical.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you basically sat on this train having this adventure, aren't you? And then you get on the train and you go...
Yeah, there's like a sort of overview map that you're traveling around on, and then you get to certain places and it goes into sort of more this style. Yeah, some of that stuff, it looks like very sort of big areas. Other bits look like just in a single room. But the way it sort of presents it looks really good.
Yeah. Prince says, did you watch the Devil in Me, Mag? What's this then? This is Little Devil in Me, is it?
Little Devil Inside.
A Little Devil Inside. So no, I haven't. Casually just got punched in the head. Panda, did you just punch Beth in the head by accident? I'll take that as a yes. Okay, I'm going to skim through this, but you get the idea of the game. This looks... I like the look of this. Again, look at that. Bobbing, I just like that animation style, bobbing up and down. Reminds me of South Park. Yeah. Oh,
Advert.
fucking Tropicana advert.
Yes.
This is
Got lots of oranges in it.
I know. This is the only one I didn't run through because I literally grabbed the thing. But let's go to the end. So there we go. Little Devil Inside. And that is due. When?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. They didn't say. They didn't say.
Hopefully some
there you
point
go.
next year.
Hopefully next year. But there you go. That was a quick look at State of Play. So 20 minutes condensed down into about 10 minutes. What games, chat, are you looking forward to out of them? And I'm also going to ask those questions to Dave and Panda. Here you go. Dave, you can go first.
The only ones that interested me in that were Little Devil Inside and Death's Door. I thought looked good as well. It's been getting good reviews. Those are the only ones I was interested in. The rest looks a bit average.
Mr. Flops, thank you very much for the raid. Really appreciate that. Can I get a shout out for Mr. Flops, please? Welcome to the show. Welcome all you raiders. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Toxic Cat says FNAF. The Tropicana game looks good. Yeah. Squeezing oranges for a living. Sounds good to me. Panda, what did you...
So I'm kind of looking forward to... I can't even remember the name. It was the first one that was advertised.
Oh, yes. So that was the...
Deathverse, wasn't it?
Yeah, Deathverse. Let It Die.
Yeah, that one. I'm also looking forward to Five Nights at Freddy and also Death's Door. Them three look really, really, really interesting. They really grabbed my attention.
I think for me, First Class Trouble, because it's going to be a free game, I'll stream that. So that's cool. I would normally say Death's Door, but I kind of already are quite hyped for that anyway, because it's on Xbox and stuff. But I think that would be good. And again, I would probably say I'm not so excited for Deathverse. Five Nights at Freddy's actually probably pinches it for me. After getting scared shitless playing the first one, I quite like the look of that because I think they're changing it up quite a lot. I think that does look quite good. Again, we will probably cover these games in more depth and detail. This is only just a little bit to show you what was showed off. But let us know in chat if there's any other games from that, how it was. Prince said, did you watch The Devil in Me, Mag? I know what you're on about. You're on about the fourth part of the Dark Pictures anthology. He sent me the trailer. I've not discussed that yet. Soon as they dropped the third one, which we reviewed on the show last week, they dropped a trailer for the fourth one, which is obviously going to come out next year for Halloween, as they always do. So that'll be the fourth one in that series. I've not watched it, mate. So we'll see. We'll see. So there you go, folks. I'm going to finish off the show. It's the season finale. That finishes off all. Now, funny enough, they just brought out a version with all three. You might as well wait and you might be able to get the version with all four. As I always do, I'm going to finish off with a trailer of something that might find interesting. There has been many a time when we have showed off Lego that is related to games. Ironically, they released this trailer on Halloween. I thought they would have actually brought out the product for Halloween, but it doesn't seem like they're doing that. But for all you Lego fanatics and Mario and Luigi fans, they dropped this trailer for this on Halloween. This is the Mario, Super Mario Luigi's Mansion Lego sets. Let's have a look at these. There you go, folks. As quick as that. 3 new sets for your Super Mario Lego collection, all based around Luigi's Mansion. Hello, Bolcor. How you doing? This looks sick, but that cost a bomb, though. Yeah, these things are not cheap. Not cheap at all. I don't think they've ever been that cheap. I really want to get some of these, but I'm not bothered. I don't even know. We showed off on one of the shows the big cube that opens out to the mystery cube. That's a couple of £100.
Have you seen what people have been doing to their homes? So they've been knocking down part of their wall and actually building Lego within the wall. So there's a miniature door open up and it's like stadiums and stuff built inside. It looks really crazy, like really crazy.
It's mad. I mean, he just said Lego used to be all right now, stupid money. Back there, you can see a Lego Ecto 1. I bought that in Dublin. That cost me €80. So it was cheaper than buying it in England at the time. You go on flipping Amazon, it's £150 now.
Yep.
They don't go down in price, they go up.
I remember look at the I think the Death Star for Star Wars, that was about £400.
Oh,
ridiculous.
What was it? I was tempted to buy the James Bond Aston Martin, but that was ridiculous. I was just like, nah, but I might treat myself to that one day, but just not yet.
I had a space station that cost £300. And that had the full model scale rocket and everything. Like it stood up like at least like 3.5, 4 foot. Like it was mad.
It's insane what they've brought out now. It's absolutely insane. But again, not gonna lie, I like the look of this and I like what they've done with the cast. The only thing I'm gonna say is Luigi doesn't really look like Luigi. He just looks like Mario in green, which I know what he was in the original games, but he has. If they're doing Luigi's Mansion, he don't really look like Luigi.
Yeah.
That's my only kind of, they could have made a slightly thinner version, but there you go. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our show. That is another TNGC done, dusted, and wrapped. Thank you so much to Little Panda, our guest this week. Thank you for being there. Let's do the big reveal. Let's get Beth on. Come on. Come on, Beth.
He's now hiding away. 1 second.
You can't hide away. We said you were doing this. Come on, Beth.
Beth. Content. Beth.
And Panda, you're not allowed to smack her in the head. Has she run off? I know what Beth looks like, so why are you worried? Beth, I know what you look like. I still owe you drinks.
Beth, just turn around. Just
also, the fact that you're being shown on the mirror means we can actually see you anyway. And you're trying to hide. So she moves away from the mirror. That's all you're seeing of Beth. I'm sure you'll see. If you want to meet Beth, you'll have to come to EGX next year. Yeah. That's the thing. So there you go. Yes. Thank you, Professor Stork. Great to see you. This poor woman, says Professor Stork. I know. Sorry, Beth.
Here you go. Apparently, she hates me, so,
That's all right. She don't hate me because she knows she's going to get 2 free drinks. All right. There you go. It's your suggestion, but hey, there's a hand reveal. Oh, so close.
I nearly got it.
So close. So close. I want to thank Mr. Flops for the raid. Thank you so much. Gray for the 5 gifted subs. Beth for the follow. Sean for the follow. Thank you so much. Everybody in chat, whether you've been joining in or if you've been just lurking, a couple of people I know have been lurking. I'll say thanks to Kuda. I know Lulu, Prince, Tunes, Professor Stork, Aidan, Bulcor, Barhams, Beth, Jesse, Cat, Mojo's Mama, Toxic Cat as well, Mr. Flops, Pylord, and Super Pac-Man, who's lurking there as well. Panda is a bully. It's official. You've heard it here first. Panda is a bully. There you go. You have just ruined his Twitch career. Just like that. There you go.
You'll be posting an apology video for it later.
Oh, no, there we go. We like some really sort of string. This is a public service. Yeah. It's a public service announcement. A bit like, like it's RSPC adverts, like, if you gave a donation to a dog, you could save its life. Panda's like, I will stop showing the camera so that Beth doesn't get shown. Like that. There you go. That's it from us. Thank you to Dave, as always. I'm going to go that way because
no trouble, mate.
Thank you. And we are going to do a raid because it's the right thing to do. He says, talking shite. Let's see who is on. Let's see who's on. We're going to do a raid. Jesus, there's a lot of people on. Who are we going to raid? I haven't raided in a while. I'm going to raid. Actually, let's put this to chat. See you, Professor. I'll see you soon. Professor's going to be on the show in a couple of weeks. Next week, for his first ever time, we've got the one and only Vinny. He's probably going to be hammered.
Yeah, it's probably going
to happen.
Sounds about right.
Radar Mum. I don't know who your mum is. That was a bad joke. There you go. Let's have a look. Who's on? I've got Diablo Mon, who's playing Fortnite. He's only got one person. I did raid Heron Jaeger recently, so I'm going to jump Heron Jaeger. I've got level 17 playing Rogue Heroes. I haven't raided level 17 in donkeys. I raided Ed the Penguin recently. And, oh, Jesus Christ. A guy that Shah raided last night and ended up watching, he's playing the B movie game. He's absolutely batshit crazy. His name is Julian Meister. Let me get this right. Julian Meister Humdinger. So who should we go for? What game? Do you want B movie? Fuck's sake. Do you want Rogue Heroes or do you want some Fortnite, folks?
Go for B movie.
B movie. Right, we're going to do it. Let's do this. So let's go. I've got to get his name. Julian Meister Humdinger. This is going to be an absolute arse to type in. Oh, there you go. Right, I'm doing that. That raid is happening. Thank you so much. This is going to be so random. Enjoy. This guy is absolutely batshit crazy, but I really enjoyed watching him. And this was all down to Shah. This is her fault, so I blame her. This will start when we do the thing. Look. You can see the top of Beth's head. Beth. No. Beth. Say bye, Beth. Bye. From me, from Panda, from Dave, and obviously Beth. Wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I shall see you at 4 p.m. for a game that's not Halo, but is Halo Wars. Take care. Good night.
Good night.